This is the Bulldog Sports TV pregame show, sponsored by Green Hills Insurance of Bethany. If you need it insured, they've got you covered. Now let's head out to the ball game.
All right, so CF Rainey joined once again by Andrew Sweat here from South Harrison's Memorial Stadium as we get ready for Marceline and South Harrison. So, Andrew, both these teams come in 1-1. Both of them, their only loss to and we saw it last week, a really good Putnam County team. And so while the margin of victory was a little larger for Putnam County, Marceline was able to put up a few more points in that ball game. And so you come in tonight, you kind of feel like maybe two teams probably decently evenly matched, at least on paper.
Yeah, and that was definitely how it was last year. We saw them go to overtime, last second 2-point conversion for the win, South Harrison at Milan. It was a rowdy crowd. Looks like they traveled good tonight. But, yeah, I'm expecting another close one tonight. Like you said, we both have played Putnam, both lost. Margin of victory was a little bigger. That was week one for Marceline, so I'm sure they've learned a little bit. But, yeah, I'm going to be excited to see how the South Harrison team can bounce back after a loss because, as we know, last season they went 6-0. They were undefeated for a while and then eventually had their first loss, but kind of an early season loss. I'm excited to see how they're going to bounce back tonight. Yeah,
and it's one of those we watched Marceline come out onto the field. They've got a pretty good group of players as far as numbers out.
Yeah.
Have some size. I know in watching them warm up and talking to a couple of people this week that they may play multiple quarterbacks at time.
Really? Okay.
Depending on who the quarterback is, whether the ball's in the air or they tend to throw. And, of course, those are the type of things if you see on film, you're like, hey, if I think this guy's in, they're always going to throw, or this guy's in, they're always going to run.
Yep.
And that's where I know this Marceline coaching staff will, I'm sure, mix it up a little to keep South Harrison on their toes. And I think it'll be interesting, Andrew. Last week, South Harrison wasn't able to come up with the opening kickoff.
Yeah.
And that really kind of set a tone. Even though they got a stop on a goal line stop, it kind of set the tone. That turnover, and Putnam County kind of took momentum, and it was a building momentum until they were able to get ahead on the scoreboard.
Yeah, if you're the South Harrison Bulldogs tonight, you want to get off to an early start. If you have those big mistakes early, that's just going to ride with you the whole game. Obviously, we saw a terrible injury last week in Bryson Quinley. Sounds like he's probably not going to be back for the rest of the year. So that's obviously tough. But, Jet Cornett, he's the established quarterback. He can kind of ease into that position. He's done pretty well so far. A few mistakes last week, but I expect him to have a big game today against this Marceline defense.
Well, and it's one of those, Andrew, too. Again, we welcome everyone tuning in here on the Green Hills Insurance pregame show as the sun's coming in and out right in our eyes there. I think it'll be interesting to see if South Harrison changes some things. Not necessarily like positions or anything like that, but do we see some different sets when they come out? Do they come out in different formations? Do they look to do a few other different things when they come out? They're getting ready for the national anthem. We'll go ahead and step away after this break from our sponsors.
United Country Nelson Real Estate is your trusted place to go when looking to buy or sell. Licensed in 3 states, our team of experienced agents is ready to help you find exactly what you're looking for. Whether it's a home in town, wide open farmland, hunting and recreational property, or that perfect piece of land to call your own. With United Country Nelson Real Estate, you get the best of both worlds. Personal hometown service backed by nationwide exposure. Find us online at nelsonsoldit.com, and remember, no one knows the country like we do.
Our connections make powerful things happen, uniting individuals and communities. We are Rotary. We are people of action. With over 1 million members, we know what people can do when they come together. Around the world, generations of leaders build new friendships and help solve problems. Take action with us. The Bethany Rotary Club strives to make a difference in our community. Our projects help improve life to those both close to home and around the world. Come serve with us. Find out more at Rotary.org.
Show your school spirit with a BTC Bank Mascot Debit Card. For each swipe of your Mascot Debit Card, BTC Bank donates 7.5 cents to the school represented on your card. It's a simple step you can take to have a big impact on your community at no cost to you. Stop by a branch today to get your mascot debit card and start making a difference immediately. Visit btcbank.bank to learn more. Member FDIC.
All right, so we're back here at the end of the national anthem, performed by South Harrison choir members, with choir director Kiara Shelby up here in the box. You'll see them walking out behind us on the way out. And so, Andrew, I think, again, and I put our interview with Coach Shoney on today, interviewed him a little earlier in the week. It's a senior-laden team, but it's one of those things, after a loss like that, you've got to come and be like, okay, are there some things we need to change? Where do we need to get better? Yeah. I'm sure they went over some things along the offensive line because it wasn't blocked quite as well as we saw it against Milan. Mm-hmm. Of course, personnel makes a big difference. Putnam had a really big defensive line, pretty large athletic linebackers, and so it'll be interesting to see how South Harrison comes out. You mentioned, how do you come back after a loss? We talked about it. You were on the air last year, and it was a loss in, double overtime? Yeah. Down to Marceline. So Marceline comes in saying, hey, we want to avenge that loss. I think it was their homecoming as well. It was the first GRC matchup between these two teams. So they come in wanting to win this game big. We both have one loss in the GRC, and so they're not going to come all the way up here and just roll over. So South Harrison's going to have to come out, I think, with some energy to start the game.
Yeah, definitely. And you got the big running down the hill here. That's always gets you pumped up before the game. That you mentioned that game last year. I have a special beef with the Marceline. Yeah. That's all fun and games, but we didn't get a spot in the press box last year, so I was pitted right in the crowd for that one. So had some parents and fans yelling right in my ear, but it was a good ending. We won the game. Obviously, Marceline, they remember that game last year. It probably hurts them when they think about it, so they're going to come with a little extra juice. South Harrison, you can't let up when you have a team that's really going to gun for you here.
And so we'll see how the coin flip goes here in a few minutes, and who decides what. Special teams did play a little bit of a part last week with that opening kickoff. Yeah. And I think sometimes we forget all the different facets of the game, right? We look at offense, we look at defense. Special teams is huge, especially in high school. Most teams, if they can, especially early when it's hot like this, try to get some of their starters a break on kickoff or kick return or punt return. Yeah. And so you've got a lot of younger players out there, and I think that was part of the issue last week with South Harrison, a younger player out there, and they just didn't come up with the ball off the bat. And
that's I've been an upperclassman in those positions, and in the younger classmen, they maybe make mistakes, and then the coaches kind of have to put the older guys back in, and it's like, you're out of breath, you're gassed, you really don't want to go out there for kickoff. So, that's a big thing for these younger guys to get in there, get some experience. But, it's a big deal. You can't make mistakes because it's going to end up hurting the team. South Harrison, we've had some issues with special teams in recent history. Hopefully we can get that under lock tonight and really put out a good performance there.
Well, and I think, Andrew, the other thing you mentioned, the injury to Bryson Quinley last week, he'd already had an injured hand, so he wasn't playing quarterback to start the year. So Jet Cornett had been practicing that. He's got 2 games under his belt now. And Bryson with the collarbone injury, thankfully nothing super serious. I believe he is going to have surgery on it to try to get that healed up a little quicker. But that means he's gone for at least an extended period, if not the rest of the season. So we know Jet Cornett is it, right? Yeah. He is your quarterback. And so I wonder if the South Harrison coaches, with a week knowing absolutely Bryson's not coming back, Jet's our guy, if you look at some packages to try to utilize his strengths and skills.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen South Harrison have to get a little creative this year, kind of like we said. Craig Coffey, he's still an animal, but these defenses are starting to figure that out a little bit more, that you can just plug them in the gap there. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of offensive schemes they wrote up this week. Really looking forward to seeing Cornett, Galloway, all those players get out there and perform.
And I think also, can South Harrison get back to the run game they had versus Milan?
Yeah.
Right? Can Mason Galloway get going? He really was not able to get going last week. Trey Coffey was bottled up. I mean, he had his moments and still had some great yards. He worked for him last week against Putnam County.
Yeah, that D-line last week was pretty brutal, I would say.
But Mason Galloway was really throttled back compared to what when he broke out in that first game versus Milan. And so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. And so the captains are meeting here at midfield. And start of a game will be interesting. Again, both these teams come in 1-1. I'm sure they're both hungry. And so who starts with the ball? What's that look like? Again, and I know you can say this every week, Andrew, but turnovers, penalties.
Yeah.
We're still only in week 3. How do those things shake out, and how does that alter a game?
Yeah. South Harrison, you need to have a clean game. Who says Class 2 high school football in Missouri doesn't matter? These guys are out here. There's fans. It's Friday night, looking for some big action. I think we're going to have a heck of a game here.
Yeah, and again, I'm actually on the wrong screen. We want to thank Green Hills Insurance. That is our pregame and postgame sponsor. And O'Neill's will be our halftime sponsor. But big thanks to Green Hills Insurance. All of our sponsors, people have been so great. I know the Carter family, Brian was one of those guys that jumped on as South Harrison won the toss. And they will go ahead and receive. But we want to thank all of our sponsors, O'Neill's Home Furnishings and Floor Coverings, Harrison County Community Hospital, Pettyjohn Auto Center, Bethany Fuel Depot, Green Hills Insurance, El Nopal Authentic Mexican Food, Little Claire's Garden, Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri, BTC Bank, Bethany Rotary Club, Bethany Building Center, United Country Real Estate, Nelson Real Estate and Auction Company, as well as Hidden Acres Cabin. So we'll go ahead and switch to our camera, on the field and get our scoreboard up as we get ready to kick off here in about 30 seconds or so on the clock. And so, Andrew, South Harrison, right, with winning the toss, they decided this week they want the ball.
Yeah.
See if they can get something going offensively. And I really think, I would assume what they want to do is establish that run game.
Yeah, they want to come right in, punch them in the mouth. It's big in these games to prove early that you're the tougher team. In South Harrison, they're known for being that tough ground and pound team. We'll see if they can get Coffey Galloway running here on the first drive.
And number 28,
yeah, you heard it. It's going to be Cale Taggart and Brendan Hoover is back this week.
Hoover, who's missed the first 2 weeks, back in there. So that should be a pickup for South Harrison.
Yeah.
He's been out with that hamstring injury.
Yeah, so here we go. It's been a hot day today, but it's pretty nice right now. I mean, number 4, Zane McAlzen, going to kick it off, and Hoover going to drop it there, but he's going to pick it up, and he's got a pretty nice return here. And past the 30, just before the 35 to get the drive started.
Number 87, Nolan Green. South Harrison will start their drive at their own 33-yard line.
Yeah, so just maybe a little bit of nerves for Hoover playing in his first game of the season, but a senior.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got the speed, the breakaway speed to come in there and do something.
Looks like we got the young gun Trevor Henry out there at receiver. Got Cale Taggart on the other side. Coffey Galloway in the backfield. Cornett lines up under the gun. First down and 10. And he's going to hand it off to Craig Coffey. Coffey, really good game there. First run of the night. He's going to be just shy of that first down marker. So it brings up a 2nd down and 1.
Yeah, that's
great
gain.
Yeah, good patience there by Coffey, it looked like.
And looks like a 5-man, like a 5-2 defense out of Milan.
Had 2 linebackers.
And a little different formation again in the backfield with the split backs here.
Here we go, 2nd down and 1. Still 2 receivers on each side. He's going to hand it off to Coffey. And he's going to get that first down.
That'll be good for a Bulldog.
About the 46-yard line.
Yeah, he needed 1, got about 3 there. Yep. And so it's always, Andrew, that chess game early in the game, right?
Yeah.
What do you come out in? What are we going to be in? as both teams kind of just filling each other out.
Yeah. Here we go, first down and 10. Quarterback Cornett, he's going to have a little bit of an issue handing it off there, a little sloppy. Still going to get about 2 yards there as we bring up a second down and 8.
Initial hit by number 4.
Yeah, and that's one of those.
Second down and 7.
McCollison in on the stop for Marceline, but it becomes one of those, right? Different formation, new plays, all within the week, and just a little miscommunication there.
Yeah. Yeah, Trevor Henry there in the wingback, the sophomore. Taggart out wide. Coffee Galloway in the backfield. He's going to do a little pitch out to Galloway, get some good speed there. Not going to have the first down, but he's going to be pretty close.
Wes Bradley.
He's going to bring a third down and short.
Brings up third down.
Well, you say 3rd and 2 there.
Yeah, about 3rd and 2.
So at least, number one, you're on the correct side of the 50 if you're South Harrison offensively. And 3rd and 2, where you feel like as long as they don't lose anything here, they might be in 4-down territory.
Yeah, so here we go. Again, 2 in the backfield. Cornett going to hand it off to Coffee. They've ran that play a couple times tonight. He's going to be good enough for a first down.
That'll be good for a Bulldog.
Right on the 42-yard line. And the Bulldogs patiently moving the football here.
Yeah, and I think that's, if you're South Harrison after last week when they really struggled to move the ball, if you can grind one out, and it hasn't been large chunks, but they've been able to move the ball fairly easily so far, at least to pick up first downs.
Cornett's dropping back to pass. Looks like he want to do a little quick pass. He's going to roll out to the far side. He's going to throw it incomplete. Intended target was Taggart.
Taggart falls incomplete.
Yeah, threw that behind the receiver.
Coverage by number 10, Tucker Wakeman.
And that's one of those,
Second down.
Andrew, we talked about a guy playing quarterback for the first time. Maybe midway through the season or something, he gets that feel and he just takes off and runs and picks up, 4 or 5 yards there.
Yeah. It's easy to do when you're, Cornett. He's an athletic guy. So here we go, second down and 10. 2 receivers on the far side, 1 in the near. Coffee, the lone back. Cornett's going to hand it off to him. And Marceline defense does a pretty good job at stopping him there.
Brought down by number 15, Cody Rogers, and number 71.
So that's going to bring up another third down situation, but
you
got to think it's 4-down territory.
Yeah, 3rd and 6 here. And so South Harrison on the incomplete pass was in the 2nd and 10. And so Marceline staying in this 5-2 with 2 safeties and 2 corners there. And they still have their defensive backs, about 9 yards off the ball.
Yeah.
See if they start walking those linebackers up a little bit here on South Harrison.
So we go big third down for the Bulldogs early in this one. Got Trips on the near side here. He's going to do a little toss on the outside to Craig Coffey. He's got some blocks. And he's going to be tackled. Looks like he might be just shy of that first down marker.
Well, he's just maybe short.
Yeah.
Looking at the official on the far side.
So he's 4th in inches. Centimeters.
Yeah, it's 4th down, and maybe the length of the football here.
Oh, they'll give it to him.
All right. Well, we're a long ways away. And all we can do is look at where it's spotted there on the edge, and so they eyed it up and decided that it was enough, and so South Harrison continues to move the chains here.
First down and 10. The slow, methodical opening drive for the Bulldogs. Cornett hands it off to Galloway. Galloway makes a little move there, gets about 5. Brings up a second down.
Yeah, that time a lead play, and not a – again, we're seeing some new plays here from South Harrison. The other thing I did notice that time, Marceline walked up a safety, and so they basically, instead of the 5-2, it was more 5-3 look as one of the safeties came up from that back spot.
Yeah, they're definitely defending the run, which is, I'd say, pretty smart against this Bulldog team. But we've seen them throw a pass out of nowhere a few times and be successful. So.
Yeah, especially when they can get them creeped up.
Yeah, and looks like they're doing that. So you're on second down. He's going to hand it off to Coffee. And maybe gets a couple, but it is going to bring in another third down from the 25, 24.
Yeah,
that brings up third and short.
Third and a long 2, I would call it. Looking across, about probably 2.5. And so, thankfully, the sun went in behind the clouds a little bit here, so we get a little respite from the heat as Marceline defenders down on one knee awaiting South Harrison.
So here we go, third down. Coffee Galloway in the backfield. Eckerson comes in motion. He's going to do a little quarterback keeper at the fake handoff, and Cornett goes nowhere. He's going to lose one, and that's going to bring up a big fourth down.
Yeah, maybe a loss of a couple there.
Loss on the play brings up fourth down.
A good pursuit by the Tigers.
4th and 4, and again, that's one of those, and it is no negative to Jet Cornett, but those option plays when you're not used to running them, getting your reads right and everything else when you've only been playing quarterback for a few weeks, again, that's something he'll grow into.
Yeah. Here we go, fourth down. Bulldogs offense staying on the field. Cornett's line up in the gun, and he's going to pass this one, and it's way over Galloway's head, and that'll be a turnover on downs, and the Tigers will take over on offense.
Yeah, that's one of those.
The Tigers just will take over at their own 26-yard
Marceline
line.
defense did enough after South Harrison moved the ball all the way down.
Yep.
To the 26.5. Their defense stepped up to get the stop, and South Harrison decided to throw the ball there. Wasn't able to connect, just sailed over the head, and Marceline comes spread out here, Andrew.
Yeah, here we go for the Tigers. Quarterback's going to throw it deep down the field. He had a man, Josiah. Who was that?
Number 2, Carter Wallace.
Number 2, Carter Wallace. He was open there down the field. Just a little
open, got in
overthrown.
behind Trevor Henry, the sophomore.
Second down.
And again, that's the thing too with South Harrison. Bryson Quinley was not only the starting quarterback last year, was playing some running back this year, but he is also a defensive back that had played quite a few downs back there.
Yeah. So here we go, second down and 10. Josiah Mullins is the Marceline quarterback. There is going to be a flag.
South Harrison stemmed.
Yeah, we'll see.
And I think he got a false start.
On the Tigers.
So that's going to make it even tougher for the Tigers on the second down.
That'll be a 5-yard penalty.
So second and 15 now. As, again, that little stem, that shift from the South Harrison defensive line got Putnam County in motion early.
It looks like Marceline is possibly another pass-heavy team. As Mullins is going to throw this one, and it is caught. That's number 15, Owen Thornburg, and he's going to take this one all the way to the house as nobody was back there. Marceline takes the early lead here in Bethany.
Yeah, that's one of those. If you're a defensive back, the one thing you can't do, Andrew, you can't let anyone get deeper than you, and South Harrison fell asleep a little there on the multiple receivers out there.
Yeah, I mean, you saw a couple plays before. They got lucky there, and I think they should have hammered down on that. But Marceline looks like they're going to go for 2. They're going to a swing gate offense, or
they
swing
got
gate
the
formation.
T out there, so.
And now they're going to make the extra point. Zane McCausland is the kicker. Mullins is the holder, and he puts it up and through. Just like that, Marceline takes the early lead, up 7-0.
Yeah, so we'll step away, be back for more after this. Marceline with an early 7-0 lead.
Have friends or family coming to Bethany? Give them a home away from home at Hidden Acres Cabin Rentals. In the rolling hills of Bethany, our cozy cabins start at $140 a night and include everything guests need to relax: private space, modern amenities, and a peaceful country setting. Book a cabin today at hiddenacrescabinrentals.com or call 660-373-9927. Hidden Acres Cabins. Comfort for your guests, just minutes from you. Craving authentic Mexican flavor? Come to El Nopal in Bethany, where every bite tastes like home. From sizzling fajitas and street-style tacos to refreshing margaritas, El Nopal brings the true taste of Mexico right to your table. And now we can bring the fiesta to you. Book the El Nopal food truck for birthdays, weddings, or any special event. Let us serve up tradition on wheels. El Nopal authentic Mexican food made with love.
All right, back here for the kickoff.
Yeah, Zane McCausland is going to low kick there. Oh, Taggart was trying to pick it up. He might have touched it, and they got lucky there. It's going to be a touchback. Disaster avoided.
Definitely some luck, because that barely rolled into the end zone there. And with high school rules, if it makes it to the end zone, then it ends up being a touchback. So South Harrison catches a break, because otherwise you're trying to run it from the one, and you've got everyone on you, and your blockers aren't really set.
Yeah.
With the touchback, South Harrison will start their drive.
Like I said, a disaster avoided there. But let's see how this Bulldog offense can respond after the quick strike. I'm sure this Marceline defense is pretty tired. It seems like they were just out there. So see if the Bulldog offense can take control of that. It's like Gage Barclay here in that odd formation. They're going to do a direct snap. Can't see if that was Hoover or Galloway.
You have to wait till they get off the
Mason
pile
Galloway.
there.
Yeah, it looks like it was Galloway.
Good gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Like you said, kind of a new formation we see there. We've seen them do that, I think it may be in the Milan game. Did that a couple times.
It ends up being 2nd and 4 there.
But here they go. Now it's Coffee Galloway. And the direct snap to Cray Coffee, as he's going to get the first down there to move the chains.
That'll be good for a Bulldog.
And it's just, you come out, you throw some different things at a team. And South Harrison at this point just has to try to stay away from the negative plays.
So we got a first down and 10. And they're going to do that same thing. This time a high snap over Galloway's head. Galloway luckily grabs. He just needs to get on the ground. And
that's a huge loss there for South Harrison.
Yeah. It's those kind of mistakes you can't have.
No, that's going to end up being
Mason Galloway with the carry. Loss
you can
play.
count that.
11, 12-yard loss.
Down.
It's like 2nd and 22 if I'm seeing it right here. So tough break for South Harrison, and now you're behind the chains.
So now going back to the normal formation, Cornett under center. He's going to do a little fake toss there. He's going to hand it off to Brendan Hoover. Good strong run there as he gets
Brendan
his.
Hoover on the carry.
Did he might have carried it earlier this game.
He had.
I think he had one.
Well, he had the kickoff.
The kickoff,
but
yeah.
He ends up, I don't know, 5 or 6 there, but.
Yeah, it's still 3rd down and forever. You got to think it's a passing situation.
And this is one of those, Andrew, we've seen the screen before, like the little screen out to Coffee, and maybe you take advantage of the defense's aggressiveness here on a 3rd and long to see if you can get them up the field and sneak something in behind them.
Yeah, we'll see what the Coach Schoening puts together here on 3rd down and long. Cornett in the gun. He's looking to pass as he drops back. Number 4, McClawson, chasing him down as he does a little throw to Coffee there, but it doesn't get anywhere. And looks like it's going to be a punt
Yeah, that was
South
basically
Harrison.
no gain. And
gain
Andrew,
on the
what that is
play.
called is a
Brings up
team
fourth
that has watched
down.
film.
Yeah,
Because
they knew that was coming.
We talked about the screen, and they had a linebacker right there with
Yep.
his arms right around Coffee whenever he caught it.
Yeah, so now Cornette, you got to hope you can get a good punt off, maybe get a good roll. And another bad snap. Luckily, Cornette grabs it with one hand. And looks like it is a decent punt. Marceline's going to hold off as Taggart
Jake
downs
Cornette
him.
with the kick.
So
South Harrison downs it.
South Harrison moves it.
At the Marceline.
Marceline gets
43-yard
the
line.
stop, and then in
Tigers
the
take
air,
over, 1st and 10.
big plays, able to score on that long pass play. And so if you're
Yeah.
South Harrison, you got to come out. Number one, you got to make sure your safeties get enough depth, Andrew. And then you got to tell your front four, you've got to get some pressure on that quarterback to try to stem the tide here on this pass game.
Yeah, as we can see, Josiah Mullins, the Marceline quarterback, definitely has an arm. So, like you said, you want those safeties back. Can't let up anything big. Well, here we go. Mullins lines up in the gun. He's going to hand it off. Number 15, Cody Rogers. And Rogers makes a good little cut there. And
Hand off to number 15.
he's going to be about 2 yards short of that first down marker. And they're in Bulldog territory.
Rogers. Good gain.
Yeah.
Brings up 2nd down.
Able to get a nice gain on a cutback run there by the running back Rogers. And so now second and short is sometimes, they put the ball in the air early, but a time where you see a team that doesn't often throw it here, Andrew.
Yeah. And Mullins, he's going to do a little reverse here as he handed off to Cody Rogers. Can't quite see who that.
Yeah, he kind of faked it and then
Yeah.
took it himself on a little option play, and maybe
It's Carter Wallace.
Carter Wallace.
we'll give
On
a
the
short
carry.
gain of 1, so we'll call it 3rd and 2 here. But again, they're in a position where, as long as you don't lose anything here,
That
you're probably
brings
in
up
4-down territory.
Yeah.
3rd down.
Now, we saw the South Harrison defense last week make some pretty solid stops, especially in the red zone. We'll see if they can hold up again here. And he's going to hand this one off. So it might have been Cody Rogers.
Hand off up the middle, number 15.
It was. And
Cody Rogers.
looks like
Yeah, and I
is
think he
gonna
got
get the
just
first
enough.
down.
He's able to
That'll
get
be
over
good
the
for a
line.
Tiger 1st down.
He needed about 1.5 and ended up getting what they needed, and so they moved the chains to get another chance at it here.
Yeah, 1st down and 10. Mullins. Oh, excuse me, that's Cody Rogers.
Yeah, direct snap.
Yeah, direct snap. And good job by the Bulldog defense
Hand off up the
stopping
middle.
him there.
Cody Rogers.
I think that was Ruger Johnson in there.
Yeah, big Ruger Johnson.
Rick Johnson with the stop.
Got his big
Short
paws
gain.
around him.
Yeah.
Brings up 2nd down.
We'll give him gain of a couple. Actually, the mark is a little further than I thought with forward progress, I guess. We'll say 3.
Yeah, about 2nd down and 7. Mullins alone in the backfield. He's going to roll out to the near side. He throws it on the run to number 2. What a throw and catch by Carter Willis for the 1st down.
Boy, he was just barely in bounds.
Yeah.
Our angle, I apologize.
Couldn't quite get that one, but
That was good.
yeah, good
for
awareness by
Tiger
Wallace,
1st down.
knowing where that out of bounds.
They're going
marker
to
is.
go no huddle here
They're
and get
going-
right on it.
Yeah, they got trips on the far side. 2 here on the near. Mullins looking to throw. He's rushed. He throws it deep, and he overthrows his intended
Pass
target,
intended for number 8.
Baylor Stearns.
And
Baylor
again,
Stearns falls incomplete.
South Harrison defenders are
Yeah. Take a
trailing those
That
receivers.
brings up
big breath
2nd
of
down.
relief after that one.
So the tempo is probably a good call, especially high school, and only 18.3 seconds. We haven't mentioned the time. The clock's been
yeah.
running, even with Marceline throwing the ball quite a bit here in the first quarter.
So here we go on 2nd down and 10. Cody Rogers on the run here. Good tackle there.
The middle of Cody Rogers.
So Case Morgan was in there. Craig Coffey.
Gain of what? One maybe?
It's maybe one there.
And that's going to be the end of the first quarter, Andrew, as
Marceline
Marceline with the 7-0 lead on the big pass play. We'll step away and hear from some more of our sponsors. Be back after this commercial break.
For 125 years, Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri has proudly served as your locally owned community bank. From convenient online banking and our easy-to-use mobile app, we're here to meet all of your financial needs. With 10 locations across northern Missouri and southern Iowa, you'll always find trusted service close to home. Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri, locally owned, locally trusted, banking Bethany can count on. Learn more at onlinefarmersbank.com. Member FDIC.
At Petty John Auto Center, we put customers first, making car buying easy and stress-free with honest pricing and no hidden fees. Choose from 9 trusted brands of new cars: Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, plus more than 250 quality pre-owned vehicles. Our service department is here to keep you on the road with confidence. Visit any of our 3 locations in Bethany, Albany, and Trenton, or browse our inventory anytime at pettyjohnauto.com.
Harrison County Community Hospital, your trusted hometown healthcare provider. We're here for you with a 24-hour emergency department, inpatient and outpatient care, and a full range of health services. Our primary care clinics in Bethany and Eagleville are here to meet your everyday health needs. And we're growing with you. Soon, we'll open our brand new state-of-the-art hospital built to serve our community with even greater care right here at home. Our mission is simple: exceptional care for every patient, every day. Learn more at hcchospital.org.
All right, so back here is it's 3rd and 9.
Josiah Mullins throws it on 3rd down, but that's going to be incomplete. Good pressure there. That left side.
Was that Barclay that
Looks
got
like
back
Barclay,
here?
yeah. Put a little bit of pressure on Mullins. Had to get rid of it early. And now
so that'll bring up a 4th and 9. Of course, you're in 4-down territory. They already have the 7-0 lead as we – let me get the quarter changed here on our scoreboard. We appreciate everyone tuning in here on Bulldog Sports TV. Marceline with the 7-0 lead.
Yep, big 4th down for the Tigers. Mullins in the gun, Rogers in the backfield. Mullins going to throw it after he gets nailed. What a hit. It's Ethan Smith.
Yeah, and pressure got that one for South Harrison as we get a turnover on downs here. And that's what we talked about, right? Not just your defensive backs making sure you're not getting beat, but if you can get pressure up front with just 4, that makes a huge difference. And less time that your defensive backs have to cover.
Yeah.
At the Marceline 26-yard line.
So we'll see the Bulldog offense has to show for here as the defense makes a big stop. Cornette's going to line up from the gun, which is a bit unusual. He's looking to do a little quick throw here, and he connects. Oh, but he can't hang on.
I don't know who.
Galloway.
Yeah, Galloway on that.
Pass intended for Mason Galloway. Falls.
It looks like he had it. It's just
brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, it's one of those
I guess at that point it's good he didn't catch it because it would have been a fumble.
Turned to run, he just wasn't able to put it away.
So 2nd down.
And these are kind of the downs if you're South Harrison you want to try to stay away from, just with their offense so far that's more grinded out instead of big chunks.
Cornette hands it off. Coffey swallowed up, though.
Hand off to Craig Coffey.
He's going to get maybe 2 or 3, but it's going to bring up another crucial 3rd down.
3rd and 6 here.
Peyton Gladbeck. That brings up 3rd down.
It is blackout night for the Bulldogs, I see, as all the South Harrison fans.
Yeah, and a big night for South Harrison. We've got bleacher creatures from the elementary school, a lot Big crowd here as the suns went down and start to cool down a little bit. But South Harrison needs to pick up this first down, Andrew.
Yeah, this is big. You need some kind of momentum swing if you're the Bulldogs. And they're going to have trips here on the near side. Cornett's looking to pass, and he can't find anything. He's going to scramble around as tries to make a move, but he's going to be tossed out of bounds. And once again, looks like South Harrison's going to have to punt. That's number 71, Javen Lichtenberg with the tackle.
Maybe if anything, maybe just like a half a yard gain there, and so
not enough to make a difference.
You know, Marceline did. We talked about it against South Harrison. After that first drive, they started to creep guys up and dare South Harrison to have to do something other than run it.
Yeah, kind of a high snap again, but Cornett's going to grab a good punt here, as it's going to go over the head of the returner, and that's close to. That's going to be inside, maybe right on the 10.
Yeah, that's quite the.
Might be the play of the game so far for the Dogs.
Quite the flip in field position there. With 10:41 to go here in the second quarter, Marceline with the 7-0 lead, and they'll have the ball. And it'll be interesting, Andrew, to see if they come back out trying to throw the ball here, where they've had some pretty good success, or if they get back on the ground.
I think this drive needs to be big for the South Harrison D-backs, that secondary, to really lock down. You know, if they do try a couple pass plays, doesn't work out, they're going to be forced to go to that run game.
Yeah, and it becomes one of those with field position. If South Harrison can get a 3-and-out here, they'll have good field position.
Yeah. Josiah Mullins already has a touchdown pass. He's going deep on this one, and he connects to number 8. It's Baylor Stearns.
Baylor Stearns.
Remember calling his name last year. He's a pretty lethal target.
That was good for a Tiger first down.
Oh.
All right.
Here we go on the first down. They're going to hand it off to Cody Rogers. Rogers gets a pretty decent gain.
Yeah, and he was able to make something out of nothing. I'm not sure who that was on South Harrison, but they had him for a stop as they go no huddle again here.
Yeah, they're trying to wear out this Bulldog defense. Trips on the near side on second down. Mullins passes again. It was almost picked off, look there, but it's Baylor Stearns who catches it.
Pass complete to number 8.
Yeah, they're really targeting the young sophomore Trevor Henry there, matching him up with Baylor Stearns.
Yeah, and so now
third
and about 4, 3.5 here. And again, you mentioned South Harrison had the opportunity maybe at a pick 6 there because no one out in front, but pass got through the defender.
Yeah, here we go. Number 22 for the Tigers comes in motion, and Cody Rogers in the Wildcat, and they're going to stop him. Craig Coffey, Ethan Smith, a few Bulldogs there, take him down, and it's a fourth down.
By Craig Coffey.
Yeah, they'll give him a short gain.
That
so
brings up fourth down.
Fourth and just a little over 2 here as they went for the run. And
yeah, looks like they're going to go for it here. They trust their defense. Big fourth down. See if this Bulldog defense can get some pressure.
If you're South Harrison, you got to hold your water.
Yeah. Well, he's going to step back. Looks like he's going to punt this one, and pretty solid punt. And he's taken down around the 22-yard line.
With the kick.
And South Harrison's getting another chance at offense.
21-yard line.
So 8:34 to go here in the second, Andrew. And South Harrison had the good first drive that bogged down, and the Marceline defense was able to get the stop. But if you're South Harrison, right, you get that stop.
Yeah.
You've got these last 2 stops here. You need to make sure you're able to do something offensively and to try to get on the board here before half with 8.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Marceline has looked like I mean, let's be honest, the better team, but South Harrison, I mean, it's a one-touchdown game. You have a chance to march down the field and tie this game up. So first down, Cornett is going to hand it off up the middle against Stuff, though. Might have been Galloway.
Mason Galloway on the carry.
Yeah, and there's just not.
It's
Let me
maybe
reset
2.
Short gain.
Gain of a couple.
Brings up second down.
And so it'll be 2nd and 8 as we take an official water break.
They probably
And so,
need it this week, I'd say.
Yeah, with 8:21 on the clock here in the first half, 7-0 is the Marceline lead. And we'll be back after a message from a couple of our sponsors.
Make every room your favorite room with O'Neill's Home Furnishings in Bethany. From lazy boy recliners and stylish sectionals to bedroom sets and dining tables built to last, we bring comfort and style together. Plus, enjoy free delivery, setup, and takeaway within 60 miles. Financing is available, subject to credit approval. Visit o'neillshomefurnishings.com or call 660-425-7200. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 6. O'Neill's, where great style meets everyday living.
Bethany Building Center is your locally owned source for quality building supplies, lumber, hardware, plumbing, and electrical needs. Whether you're starting new construction, tackling a remodel, or putting up a pole barn or shed, our team is here to help. We're proud to carry a full line of steel power equipment, including trimmers, chainsaws, and pressure washers, as well as trusted power tools from top brands like Milwaukee and DeWalt. Bethany Building Center, everything for the builder and the do-it-yourselfer.
Okay, CF Rainey back here with Andrew Sweat on the play-by-play, Marceline versus South Harrison. 8:21 to go, and 2nd and 8 here for South Harrison.
That Marceline defense playing tight there. He's going to hand it off to Craig Coffey. Strong run as he makes trucks a man. Big first down as the Bulldogs move the chains.
Good for a Bulldog.
Yeah, and that is one, Andrew. That time they got Coffey kind of off tackle, and he's a guy. Again, he's not a guy that's going to necessarily break away, but he does have the speed to get big runs if he can get up ahead of steam. And if he can get ahead of steam, Andrew, he is tough for a defensive back to bring down.
Yeah, definitely. If he's running full speed and you're in the secondary, a safety or something's trying to take him on, it's a tough battle. But it is first down. And he's going to hand this one off.
Hand off to Mason
Galloway, nothing going there.
Initial hit by number 22, Dane Phillips.
It's maybe a yard or two, brings up 2nd down.
Short gain on the play,
Yeah,
brings up 2nd down.
We'll give him a couple, and so Galloway hasn't found much space as Hoover checks out, and South Harrison gets Camden Eckerson in.
Yeah, 2nd down and 8. Coffey to Cornett's right. Cornett looking to pass. He finds Eckerson. You called it, CF. Oh, and what a play there.
Nice job.
Eckerson's a guy who doesn't get the ball a lot, but when he does, you know, it's pretty electric. First down Bulldogs.
Yeah, nice job, Camden Eckerson. Not just on the catch, but the run after the catch. He hurdles someone and able to pick up some big yardage and get South Harrison at least on the Marceline side of the field. And South Harrison goes big here as they bring out a receiver and bring in their big freshman, Carson Nibel.
Yeah, Carson Nibel, we've seen him in that Milan game. He can run all right.
And he's checked in there beside Joel McCall.
Here we go. They're going to be in that formation again. It's going to be a direct snap to Coffey, but they get hands on him pretty quick. He's going to get 2 there as it brings up 2nd down and 8.
Craig Coffey with the direct snap. Short gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
So see if South Harrison keeps this jumbo package in with the extra lineman. Looks like they will.
So this guy's looking purple over
right
there.
Side.
This guy's looking purple, might be a good sign. 2nd down and 8, direct snap. Mason Galloway. Yeah, good little dive there. It's going to be a couple yards shy of the first down marker.
Right down by number 79, Marcos Black.
That's the first time Galloway's really had some space running the ball.
Yeah.
And he's a guy that does have that game-breaking speed. As now they'll go back to a base package with South Harrison on 3rd and 2, Andrew.
Yeah, you can expect Cray Coffee up the middle. It's 4 or shorter yards. You got to expect that's where they're going to go. Let's see here. They are going to give it to Galloway, and Galloway up the middle. Galloway breaks free. We see that strong run once again as he's taken down around the 5-yard line. Maybe the 6, but yeah, you can expect maybe Marceline defense was thinking what I was thinking there, Cray Coffee, but they go ahead and go Galloway.
Yeah, they go with that lead play, and now they're inside there. And what is it, like on the 7 or 8, here, 1st and goal. We'll call it the 8.
Once again, all Bantam football and cheerleaders to the southeast gate. Bantam football and cheerleaders to the gate.
Cornett hands it off to Galloway again, and Galloway is in. South Harrison strikes. It is 6-7 as the Bulldogs get a much-needed score.
Yeah, that's big for South Harrison to answer. 4:49 on the clock here in the first half, and to finally get their first score and the chance of the extra point to tie it up here.
See if Jet Cornett can put this one through. And he does. Automatic. And we got a tie ball game here in Bethany, Missouri, 7-7.
Yeah, so we'll be back after this commercial break.
Hi, this is Rhonda from Little Clara's Garden. Bulldog fans, nothing says victory like the beauty of fresh flowers. Little Clara's Garden is your hometown flower shop, proudly supporting the South Harrison Bulldogs. From game day spirit bouquets, balloons, and gifts for every occasion, we've got the perfect gift to brighten your day. Stop by Little Clara's Garden, where every arrangement is made with love, just like our Bulldogs play with heart. Little Clara's Garden, growing community, one bouquet at a time.
Green Hills Insurance, LLC of Bethany is a locally owned and operated independent insurance agency providing coverage since 1996. They're licensed to operate in Missouri, Iowa, and Kansas, offering competitive rates with top carriers. They can insure a wide variety of risks, including home, farm, auto, boats, RVs, equipment, business owners, commercial buildings, bonds, and more. Located on the south side of the square in Bethany, stop by or give them a call at 660-425-7900. At Green Hills Insurance, if you need it insured, they've got you covered.
All right, big thanks again to all of our sponsors. Appreciate former South Harrison Bulldog Ryan Masson, also former Mizzou Tiger after their big win down in Mizzou. Throwing a little shade at us here. Asking for the pylon camera. We'll work on that as we get in the future.
Getting there.
We
Next
wait
to
to
your
kick
sneak
off here.
peek. It looks like Schreiner is going to get the return here. He's got a good return. Looks like there was a flag thrown, but he's going to be knocked out of he keeps his balance. Finally knocked out of bounds past the 30. We'll see what the flag is.
There is a flag on the play.
I would assume that is usually in the spot where it is against the return team. So we'll bring it back here and check the penalty. Again, a big thanks to
a face mask.
A face mask on South Harrison.
That is.
So, boy, South Harrison. And Andrew, we mentioned it, the importance of special teams.
Yep.
And South Harrison that time could not cover the kickoff after the touchdown.
Drive at the South Harrison 21-yard line.
After such a successful offensive drive by the Bulldogs.
Excuse me there, so we lost the camera.
We pushed back deep in their own territory. It's like Cody Rogers, the running back, is going to be in at shotgun, maybe a wildcat formation Number 22, Dane Phillips, comes behind him. He's going to hand it off to Phillips, but only gets a couple there.
Not much there. As we're coming up to 4:25.
Brings up second down.
It'll be 2nd and 9. Here for Marceline. Let's see who they have in the backfield this time. If it remains number 15.
Yeah, looks like Rogers is going to stay out there.
See if they throw it here, right? He's normally the runner. See if they decide to throw the defense off.
They're going to keep it. The quarterback keeper. Rogers
with the keeper.
It's about 4.
Short gain on the play.
He's able to gain a couple, so it's going to be 3rd and 6. Here, and South Harrison defense will need to step up here.
Now we've seen them do it before. They have the ability.
Again, 4-down territory here if you're Marceline, tied at 7 with 3.5 to go in the first half.
Rogers again. Dane Phillips comes in motion. Rogers going to keep it, and he's not going to get the first down.
I think maybe a couple more.
Yeah.
Additional hit by number 0, Gage
So,
Barclay.
yeah, gain of 2, so it'll be 4th and 4. And
it does look
senior
like
Gage Barclay, the first one to get there. And Andrew, this is another one. We talked about it. They had some shifts and things earlier. If you're South Harrison, right, if you jump here, it's a first down, so you got to make sure you hold your water. And Marceline's been known to put guys in motion here the last few plays.
And Josiah Mullins, quarterback, comes back in. Cody Rogers to his right. A couple guys go in motion here, 8 and 2. So here we go on 4th down. Josiah Mullins, pass to the other side. It's intercepted. Picked off on 4th down. Case Morgan.
That's one of those right there.
South Harrison takes over.
Case Morgan, a sophomore, who we saw a little bit at the end of the Milan game, running the ball.
Yeah.
And he's a guy that, in talking to Coach Schoening this week, off camera, that he mentioned a guy that they'd like to see what he can do if he got a little more playing time, and a big play there. And now 2.5 to go. And the thing to remember, South Harrison won the toss. They did take the ball, and so Marceline will receive in the second half. So a big stop there for the defense.
Now the Bulldogs need a score here. If you go into halftime with the lead, that would be huge, as Cornett is going to throw it and connect to Cale Taggart. So it's going to be enough for the first down, and Marceline.
They're going to call him down. The ball did come out, but he was on the ground, I think, as the official calls it.
He was on the ground. That'll be good.
The Dogs will remain possession.
Yeah, so a big first down there, and
2:26 remaining.
And Andrew, those are the big ones too. You got to hang on to that, because you don't want to turn it right back over with coming up on 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Marceline's backed off a little. See if South Harrison maybe a draw or something as Marceline playing the pass here.
Yeah, Bulldogs do have 3 receivers here on the near side. And Cornett's looking to do a little screen pass to Craig Coffey's got some decent blocking there. And it's going to take more than a few Marceline Tigers to take him down. As he pushes it into Tiger territory, and the Bulldogs have a little run going here.
Yeah, and those are the ones, Andrew, we mentioned, right? Craig Coffey with his size, athleticism, if he can get going downhill, and he's up against some of those smaller guys, he can make a play. And, boy, that was something to really fire up the sideline and the fans, because he was dragging players down the field as he went.
And as a teammate, if you see your teammate playing that hard, it motivates you a little bit as well. So, again, same formation, just on the other side. Cornett looking to pass, going to throw to Taggart. There's a flag, though.
Yeah, probably someone started a little soon for South Harrison would be my guess.
It's going to be on the Tigers.
They were offsides, whereas Marceline. And so it'll remain first down, but 1st and 5 here for South Harrison. Just a minute 33 on the clock. Again, we appreciate all of our fans, those that have commented.
Correction. False start.
Okay, there we go.
On the Bulldogs.
We'll go the other way.
Well, they changed their mind.
5-yard penalty. Retry first down.
So 1st and 15, and the ball, the 48. So South Harrison, just a minute 33 to go. They got 2 timeouts there on the scoreboard.
Yeah, that clock is ticking.
Yeah, they need to get to the line of scrimmage here. I don't think
Case
South
Morgan
Harrison realized the clock was moving.
Yeah. Case Morgan, he got trips. And Galloway, let's get a little motion there. Cornett looking to pass. He's taking a while, though. Nothing open. He is going to force a pass to the sideline, incomplete. Intended for Cale Taggart. That does stop the clock, though.
Brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, and that's one of those, right, South Harrison, they've got to make sure their team knows that the clock was running after that penalty, because they took about 18 seconds once they broke the huddle to get that snap off. And if you're trying to score, those are pretty important.
Yeah, that's time you're going to wish you had back.
Yeah, pretty important seconds.
Yeah, especially if you can't get any points here. But 2nd down and 15. Cornett in the gun. Coffee to his left. He's going to hand it off to Coffee. Coffee, and he's another strong run. They're having a tough time taking him down.
Still going.
Great Coffee on the carry.
And I would assume, timeout South Harrison.
Yeah,
there.
57 seconds remaining in this first
He's
half
got that
of play.
down to what, Andrew? About a 3rd and 2?
Yeah.
And so pick up 13 yards there is big for South Harrison. We'll go ahead and keep it here, Andrew, as we get ready for this big 3rd down play. And South Harrison's worked the ball down to the 35. And so South Harrison does have, Andrew, Jet Cornett, who can kick a field goal.
Yeah.
He's not going to kick from this far out. You're probably going to have to get inside the 20 to give him a chance at it, or you'd feel comfortable kicking it, depending on time. South Harrison is down to 1 timeout. Marceline has all their timeouts left. 56.1 on the clock. So, Andrew, what do you think here, South Harrison? You need to pick up the 1st down, but you also need some chunks of yards. What do you think Coach Schoning's thinking about here?
I mean, 3rd down and short. I say you try for a big play here, honestly. I mean, you can pretty much almost guarantee that you're going to get it after, if you don't convert here, it'll be 4th down and short. You still have 1 timeout left.
Well, and I think the benefit there, what you said, is beneficial, right? If you try to pass it, it's incomplete. It stops the clock as well.
Yeah, it's like basically another timeout. So we'll see what they do here. Looks like Case Morgan going to be back in there. He'll be on the left side of Cornett, and they are going to do that. They might be going for a big play here. Jet Cornett looking down the field. Oh, he had his man just a little in front of him, intended for Taggart, and it was there.
Yeah, and that was one of those. He kind of waited on that a little bit, and it'll be 4th down. And Andrew, we mentioned 50.8 on the clock now with this 4th and 2, and we probably expect maybe a run here. They'll stay in shotgun, though.
Can't really expect to try a play like that again, as you do need to convert here, or else it's a turnover, and they're going to hand it off to Coffee, and
it's going to be close.
Handoff.
Looks like the ref is standing right at that first down
they'll stop
marker.
the clock with 46 seconds, but it's going to be close whether Craig Coffey got it or not. We'll see if they decide to measure. They're going to look at it. It's all the way on the other side.
Yeah, that's 1st down, South Harrison.
I'm a little surprised they didn't bring the chains out there. Official timeout.
Definitely a little closer than they'd expect.
I think they are going to bring the chains
at
this point. I'm like, it's because you're on this hash and the chains are on the far side of the field.
Yeah.
And so we get a chance to
harder
see the
to tell.
South Harrison chain gang. And you see these gentlemen come out on the field, and I know some folks watching, these guys have been doing it a long time. As I think that looks like Mr. Dick Smith and Scott Taylor, I think, are the two bringing it out. And
shout out to the the chain gang out
Richard
there.
Fordyce, I think, is holding the marker there.
Yeah,
And South Harrison got it. So it's going to be 1st and 10 either way. And if you're South Harrison, if you don't want to use that last time out, you've got to make sure you are on the ball when these chains get off.
Yeah, that clock's going to start moving.
You've got to get right up there because they're going to reset these chains, and you can't let 46 seconds, you can't let 10 seconds go. There's Tegan Alexander. He's going to get on the ball. The officials will hold him until they set it. But South Harrison's going to come out, and they're going to go trips over to the short side of the field here with Kel Taggart split out wide, and they wind it up.
Yeah, 1st down and 10.
Well, they got to move, though.
They got to snap that ball. Cornett looking to pass. He's got some time. Scrambles around to the far side. He throws it on the run. Can't connect with Taggart. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10.
So 29.8 on the clock, and the ball spotted there.
Yeah, I like it. Taking shots. Taking some shots down the field.
You can take it, right? That play took a long time,
yeah.
though. You're not going to have time to take many if you take 12, 15 seconds per play here.
Taggart and Galloway, two of the quickest guys on the team. We'll see what Cornett decides to do here on 2nd down again. Scrambling, that time is just running. And Cornett makes some moves here. Jet Cornett juking a few Marceline players out, and he runs down the sideline, gets out of bounds. Wow. About a 20-second play, but
Tell you what, and that's where we talked about, right? Jet Cornett hadn't played a lot of quarterback, but he is an athlete.
Yeah.
And look like Michael Vick out there a little bit, right? He's
Lamar Jackson.
Hitting the brakes. He's moving all around.
All you cheerleaders to the track, please. North side.
As we appreciate again everyone watching on Bulldog Sports TV, all of our sponsors that make this happen, as well as our family sponsors. We'll talk a little bit about that at halftime, as well as mention our sponsors as we get ready for the O'Neill's Home Furnishings halftime show coming up here. 17.1 on the clock.
And just keep inching closer.
This time it'll be a timeout, Marceline.
Timeout, Marceline.
As they kind of wanted to see what was going on.
Timeout is brought to you by the Fitzgerald family.
And so Marceline with the timeout. We'll go ahead and step away as well. Be back for more after this commercial break.
United Country Nelson Real Estate is your trusted place to go when looking to buy or sell. Licensed in 3 states, our team of experienced agents is ready to help you find exactly what you're looking for. Whether it's a home in town, wide open farmland, hunting and recreational property, or that perfect piece of land to call your own. With United Country Nelson Real Estate, you get the best of both worlds. Personal hometown service backed by nationwide exposure. Find us online at nelsonsoldit.com, and remember, no one knows the country like we do.
All right, CF Rainey Andrew Sweat back here at South Harrison Memorial Field. Is 17.1 on the clock, Andrew, here in the first half. It's a tie game, 7-all, but South Harrison threatening. They do have one timeout left. Marceline just took their first one. I would assume where the ball's at, right around the 17-yard line, and with the time, you're probably going to see the ball in the air. See if South Harrison uses that wide side of the field this time. Last time they had the receivers all to the short side of the field, and this time they will come out trips right.
Yeah, now that Marceline defense, they've seen what Jet Cornett can do with his feet, so you got to be prepared for that as well if he can't find a receiver down the field. But Cornett, he is looking to pass here, and he's going to take off. No, he's going to fake the throw, gets out of bounds. 9 seconds left.
So 9.7.
Forced out of bounds by number 6. Jace Freeman.
And that'll be 2nd and 5.
Second down.
But really, I mean, you're at the point now, unless you can get something off quick here, this might be your last play if you're South Harrison. So you either want to run something to the boundary or make sure you're running something into the end zone. As the ball marked there at the, at the 11-yard line.
Yep.
South Harrison with one timeout left. So if they got something quick, possibly, but the length of these last plays, it'll be tough.
Cornett passes it, Taggart caught, but he's going to be just shy of that goal line. 5 seconds left.
The 1 yard line.
And so now, first and goal from the 1. Now you can, 5.9, so if you don't get it here, it'd be tough to stop. And it'd be interesting to see if they go back to that lead play and use Coffee as a lead blocker.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a timeout. Marceline.
Tigers.
So Marceline with the timeout. We'll step away. Be back for the final 5.9 in the first half. Tied at 7. Marceline South Harrison after this commercial break.
Our connections make powerful things happen, uniting individuals and communities. We are Rotary. We are people of action. With over 1 million members, we know what people can do when they come together. Around the world, generations of leaders build new friendships and help solve problems. Take action with us. The Bethany Rotary Club strives to make a difference in our community. Our projects help improve life to those both close to home and around the world. Come serve with us. Find out more at Rotary.org.
All right, CF Rainey joined by Andrew Sweat, our play-by-play man tonight. And it is first and goal from the 1, Andrew. 5.9 on the clock. South Harrison, we think probably only 1 play left.
Yeah.
I mean, there would possibly be the opportunity for 1 more.
You got that timeout, but
they
you want to get
one,
it now.
But it would be tight.
You just want to hand it off to Coffee, punch it up in the middle. But here we go. First and goal, snaps it. That might have been a false start.
There are flags on the play.
Yeah.
That was going to be a touchdown.
South Harrison, the right side of the line. Looked like someone over there.
Yeah, that is
I'll start.
a crucial mistake. That's going to make it a little tougher to get in that end zone. Luckily, it's a 5-yard penalty.
Now the clock's at 3.5, but it needs to be reset to 3.5, but it needs to be reset to 5.9 where it was.
5.9.
And so it was a 5. It was a 5.9.
Hey, that's fine.
There we go. It says 50 seconds now.
It was actually a 5.9 when it was, and that's a pre-snap penalty. So South Harrison loses about a second there on the penalty. There we go. They'll go ahead and hit it at 6 as they're not able to set. So
5.8.
Able. So Marceline was going to lose a 10th. Now South Harrison will lose a 10th. And timeout Marceline.
Tigers.
And so, Andrew, we'll go ahead and keep it here as we get ready for what we think could be the last play of the half.
Yeah.
South Harrison, after the penalty, now on the 6-yard line. So that takes away what you thought. I mean, they could still run it here. I mean, they have the ability, but, boy, with knowing you only have 1 play, running it here is tough.
A little risky.
It is. And if you're South Harrison, do you come out and kick it here? I mean, this is an extra point for the most part.
Yeah, it's essentially that. I mean, that's
probably
probably
what you snap from the 3. So
yeah. I mean, Cornette, he makes those 95%
the distance
of the
isn't
time.
a problem for Jet Cornette. Well, I don't know. I think I'd be tempted the way this game has settled after the big play early from Marceline. I'd be tempted to think about kicking it here, but it looks like South Harrison's going to go ahead and go for it.
Yeah, they're going to try to score a touchdown here. Yeah, if Marceline can somehow stop South Harrison,
yeah,
that would
defensive
be a big
penalty will
win.
extend it as well.
And Cornette's going to be out. The receiver, they're going to have Coffee and Galloway. That alternative offensive package they have. And here we go. It's going to be Galloway who keeps it on the right side, and he is in. Touchdown, South Harrison.
South Harrison.
Good blocking up front as Galloway gets around the right side, and South Harrison scores a much-needed touchdown, and they take the lead.
Yeah, and the 1.9 on the clock, so I guess technically if he would have got stopped short, there's the opportunity to get that last timeout. But you sure didn't want to count on it, and I like that call. I like that play because you get Big Cray Coffee out in front to block as Cornett will come on here for the extra point.
Yeah, I'm sure a field goal was in discussion because Cornett could obviously make that, but, you know, now you look at it, you trust your offense. It's 14-7 instead of 10-7.
Yeah, so the 14-7 lead, 1.9 on the clock. We'll come back for the ensuing kickoff after this commercial break.
Show your school spirit with a BTC Bank Mascot Debit Card. For each swipe of your Mascot Debit Card, BTC Bank donates 7.5 cents to the school represented on your card. It's a simple step you can take to have a big impact on your community at no cost to you. Stop by a branch today to get your Mascot Debit Card and start making a difference immediately. Visit btcbank.bank to learn more. Member FDIC.
Have friends or family coming to Bethany? Give them a home away from home at Hidden Acres Cabin Rentals. In the rolling hills of Bethany, our cozy cabins start at $140 a night and include everything guests need to relax: private space, modern amenities, and a peaceful country setting. Book a cabin today at hiddenacrescabinrentals.com or call 660-373-9927. Hidden Acres.
All right, CF Rainey Andrew Sweat back here. South Harrison takes the 14-7 lead.
Cornett going to do a little squib kick, and that thought it was going to go to bounds, but it looks like Baylor Stearns is going to pick it up, and he's got some blockers here as he passes through, finally taken down just before the 50, and that will be the last play of the first half. 14-7 South Harrison.
Yeah, so South Harrison with the 14-7 lead here as we go to halftime. We'll step away here from our sponsors, come back with the O'Neill's halftime show after this commercial break.
Craving authentic Mexican flavor? Come to El Nopal in Bethany, where every bite tastes like home. From sizzling fajitas and street-style tacos to refreshing margaritas, El Nopal brings the true taste of Mexico right to your table. And now we can bring the fiesta to you. Book the El Nopal food truck for birthdays, weddings, or any special event. Let us serve up tradition on wheels. El Nopal authentic Mexican food made with love.
For 125 years, Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri has proudly served as your locally owned community bank. From convenient online banking and our easy-to-use mobile app, we're here to meet all of your financial needs. With 10 locations across northern Missouri and southern Iowa, you'll always find trusted service close to home. Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri, locally owned, locally trusted, banking Bethany can count on. Learn more at onlinefarmersbank.com. Member FDIC.
This is your Bulldog Sports TV halftime show, sponsored by O'Neill's Home Furnishings and Floor Coverings in Bethany. Quality and service with you in mind. Now let's join CF Rainey and Andrew Sweat.
All right, CF Rainey Andrew Sweat here as we're going to try to show you the band. I think there's also going to be some other announcements here. I think some of the youth football team. And big thanks to O'Neill's Home Furnishings for sponsoring our halftime show. So, Andrew, it starts out, South Harrison gets the opening kickoff. They elected to receive. They're driving the ball, get it into Marceline territory, and then it kind of bogs down around, I think, around the 30, 35-yard line. And then Marceline gets it back on a turnover on downs.
Welcome to the field.
And they go pass, big pass, and score early. And it looked like maybe they had the upper hand offensively in that first drive.
Yeah, from the looks of the first quarter, you were thinking this might be a rout tonight. You wouldn't believe us if we told you at halftime it's 14-7 South Harrison. Just really good resilience by the Bulldogs, not letting up. A lot of things didn't go their way early in this game. They just stuck to the game plan. They kept doing what they're doing, and just a few big mistakes led up that big touchdown. But offensively, South Harrison has been pretty sound. And as you saw, that was an intense last 10 seconds. Seemed like it took 20 minutes there, but you know, this could be a different game if South Harrison didn't score that. We'd have a tie game. Marceline would have some momentum here, but, you know, great job at them for punching it in.
And so that becomes one of those, you know, South Harrison, we go back to week 1, our first game together over at Milan. South Harrison has not seen the big runs. Craig Coffey did have the one big run where he broke a number of tackles, but we haven't seen, you know, the 15, 20-yard runs that have stacked up like they did that first game versus Milan. But the ability to move the chains for the most part, I know they got stopped there, but they've been grinding and grinding, and we talk about it sometimes. That's cumulative, right? As the game goes on, just that banging heads on the line and linebackers getting hit by a lead blocker, that starts to add up against the defense. And South Harrison was able to get a little momentum and get that last touchdown just before halftime.
Yeah, and Mason Galloway has both touchdowns tonight. We've kind of seen that two-headed monster once again. It's been more of a slow outcome tonight than it was in that first Milan game. But, man, Galloway had some big runs, and then Craig Coffey, he's been running really tough tonight. Really excited to see him keep on doing that, not letting off the foot off the pedal in the second half. And Cornett, he's been pretty poised with his passes. Missed a couple open targets, but, you know, that'll get better throughout the game and throughout the season. You got a lead at halftime. You know, you didn't really think that coming in, at least in that first quarter, but you like where you're at right now if you're South Harrison. I've said it before, you know, just keep on doing what you're doing. I think you trust that you're the more physical team at this point.
And I think that's going to be it in the second half. South Harrison has to be that. And so where Marceline had their success throwing the ball, Andrew, I think South Harrison's adjusted a little in the defensive backfield. But the other thing I think they did well to attack that passing game is they started to get some pressure with their front four. We saw Ethan Smith with some pressure. We saw Gage Barclay with some pressure. And they've been fairly stout against the run. There haven't been any major big run plays that Marceline's been able to break off when they've went into that run offense, because they kind of have two different sets where they're a run team or they're a passing team, and South Harrison's been really stout against that run. Yeah,
and like I said, that's where watching film comes in. South Harrison's obviously watched them film on Marceline. You have a common opponent in Putnam County. I'm sure they learned a lot from that game. But, yeah, you mentioned a lot of pressure up front from that South Harrison D-line. Marceline quarterback Josiah Mullins. Started off, he looked really calm in the pocket, and once they've been hitting him a little, getting to him, he's been a little, anxious throwing the football. So that's what you like to see, as a defender on the opposing team's quarterback. So keep on applying that pressure, and I think we're in store for a really good second half.
And that's it. So we do know Marceline will get the ball in the second half, and so it'll be interesting how each team responds. So you have this opportunity, 20 minutes. You're away from the field. You're able to have your assistant coaches who have been up here in the press box on either side of us go down and say, hey, this is what we're seeing. We think when they do this, that this is happening. We think we could take advantage of this. I think that my big question is, will we see which Marceline team will we see? Will we see the pass-heavy team? Will we see a more balanced team, or will we see a run-heavy team? My assumption is we're at least going to see the pass when they first come out.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably correct. I think we're going to see, all of that in the second half. Kind of an interesting scheme that this Marceline offense has. Like you said, tough to defend. You have a lot of different schemes and weapons, and that's why you have Coach Coffey as your D coordinator. But, I expect Marceline to go back early to that pass and see if they can catch some of those South Harrison safeties and secondary, slacking a little bit like they did, because that's where they got their big plays, and that's how they took their early lead. So South Harrison secondary needs to hammer down in the second half, not let anything behind them, no matter what.
Yeah, and that'll be the big thing. We'll go ahead and step away here. Again, Andrew Sweat, CF Rainey, Bulldog Sports TV, O'Neill's Home Furnishings and Floor Coverings halftime show as the band is making their way off the field. We'll hear from a couple of our sponsors. Be back with more after this commercial break.
At Petty John Auto Center, we put customers first, making car buying easy and stress-free with honest pricing and no hidden fees. Choose from 9 trusted brands of new cars: Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, plus more than 250 quality pre-owned vehicles. Our service department is here to keep you on the road with confidence. Visit any of our 3 locations in Bethany, Albany, and Trenton, or browse our inventory anytime at pettyjohnauto.com.
Harrison County Community Hospital, your trusted hometown healthcare provider. We're here for you with a 24-hour emergency department, inpatient and outpatient care, and a full range of health services. Our primary care clinics in Bethany and Eagleville are here to meet your everyday health needs. And we're growing with you. Soon, we'll open our brand new state-of-the-art hospital built to serve our community with even greater care right here at home. Our mission is simple: exceptional care for every patient, every day. Learn more at hcchospital.org.
All right, CF Rainey Andrew Sweat back here on the O'Neill's Home Furnishings and Floor Coverings halftime show. We'll go ahead and go back to this picture-in-picture look as the South Harrison dance team will be performing. Let me get my arm in the way. I'll zoom in a little. Things you can do when you own a business and your daughter's one of the dancers. So my daughter Lucy, one of the dancers, the senior out there. And so Andrew, we talked about it, what that first half looked like. At least coming back from last week, South Harrison had the ability to continue to move the chains and do some things, where last week their offense really got stagnant. And I think, and we haven't talked about a lot here on the O'Neill's halftime show, some of those new formations and different things coming out, I think have given some new life to that offense.
Yeah, absolutely. When you can incorporate some different looks and have success with that as an offense, as a team, it really helps you feel more comfortable, more diversive. You can do a lot of different things. And I was kind of thinking, South Harrison, we have 2 home games in a row. Last week, obviously, we played Putnam County. This week, Marceline. There's a little bit of pressure. You don't want to, if you're South Harrison, you don't want to lose 2 in a row at home and then go to Scotland County next week, which is a 5-hour drive, it seems like. It's about more like a 2-hour, but it's going to be a long drive. It's kind of a big thing. You want to win at home. You want to win in front of your home crowd when everybody's here. Whole town's watching you. And I think they know that. If you go to South Harrison, Bethany, they always know how their football team's doing. A lot of pressure. So, looks like Marceline travels pretty well as well.
Yeah, and again, that's a long drive. We were there. I was there with my youngest daughter playing junior high softball on Tuesday night. And so that's a long drive there.
Driving that road from Cameron to
you're
forever.
I'm almost to Columbia at this point.
Might as well
going to Marceline, and we're looking at their district, and they play a lot of teams that are out in that area, kind of Columbia-ish, Fulton and some of those. And we've got coming up our mini cheerleaders. So we'll go ahead and keep the camera on the field as Andrew and I talk. So I did find one other GRC score. So tonight Gallatin and Polo are playing, and it looks like it is Gallatin 27, Polo 6.
Oh, wow.
And I would assume they're at the half as I'm trying to scour and find some scores here.
It'd be interesting to see Putnam County potentially who they're playing this week.
Yeah, and so we'll try to see if we can get some scores as we got all the mini cheerleaders. Let me again get my arm in the way here of Andrew's face, and we'll adjust the camera down just a little bit and try to see if we can get a wider shot of all the future South Harrison cheerleaders that are out on the field with the current South Harrison cheerleaders as well as junior high cheerleaders. And so Andrew Sweat, CF Rainey here, O'Neill's Home Furnishings halftime show. Big thanks to all of our sponsors. Let me go ahead and mention our sponsors here as we have a little bit of time before they start performing. So all of our sponsors, O'Neill's Home Furnishings and Floor Coverings, Harrison County Community Hospital, Petty John Auto Center, Bethany Fuel Depot, Green Hills Insurance LLC, Ellen Paul Think, Mexican Food, Little Claire's Garden, and Farmers Bank. We'll come back as they've now started to cheer, and we'll come back and check them out. And so, Andrew, next week we mentioned we'll be over in Scotland County. We'll be making the trek east. I don't know a lot about them. We'll check out before we get to Sports Central this next week, look at their
They played
schedule.
us tough last year, I do remember.
Yeah, and I was looking so far I think they're 2-0 going into tonight. And I looked at the roster, and they had quite a few. They had a nice sized roster, and so again, it's one of those long trips you go over. But we won't jump ahead to next week as we still have a second half to play. One thing we do know is Marceline will start with the football.
Yep.
And it'll just be interesting because it's been so different, their offensive looks that they've come out with. Their running back, number 15, what is his name?
Cody Rogers, yep.
Yeah, Rogers, and he's played some Wildcat.
Yeah.
He's the guy that runs hard. I think the problem he's had a little bit is when he's in there, South Harrison can kind of walk some guys up knowing to expect the run. And that's where it'll be interesting to see if Marceline decides to try to have him throw the ball.
Yeah, I mean, on our program here, he's listed as a quarterback, so you think potentially he can throw. Josiah Mullins, we know, can throw the football. They got a few other good players. Obviously, I've mentioned number 8, Baylor Stearns. He was a pretty electric player last year, so a few guys you got to kind of look out for. Dane Phillips has been out there, but, you know, as a defense, got to make sure to put some pressure on, be physical. You don't want to be the weaker team out there, and really just come into the second half, and you're on defense, you know, just not saying make any dirty plays, but you got to play tough out there. You know, this is a Marceline team that wants to win as bad as you do. You just got to show them you want it more, and it's a beautiful night for some football, second half.
No, and it'll be interesting as the music playing here for the little cheerleaders.
Gets you pumped up.
I'm still standing. Actually, we're setting, but we'll go ahead here in a moment and take a break. Thank again O'Neill's Home Furnishings and Floor Coverings sponsoring our halftime show. So we'll step away, be back after this commercial break. If I can find where our commercial break is. All right.
Bethany Building Center is your locally owned source for quality building supplies, lumber, hardware, plumbing, and electrical needs. Whether you're starting new construction, tackling a remodel, or putting up a pole barn or shed, our team is here to help. We're proud to carry a full line of steel power equipment, including trimmers, chainsaws, and pressure washers, as well as trusted power tools from top brands like Milwaukee and DeWalt. Bethany Building Center, everything for the builder and the do-it-yourselfer.
Hi, this is Rhonda from Little Clara's Garden. Bulldog fans, nothing says victory like the beauty of fresh flowers. Little Clara's Garden is your hometown flower shop, proudly supporting the South Harrison Bulldogs. From game day spirit bouquets, balloons, and gifts for every occasion, we've got the perfect gift to brighten your day. Stop by Little Clara's Garden, where every arrangement is made with love, just like our Bulldogs play with heart. Little Clara's Garden, growing community, one bouquet at a time.
Green Hills Insurance, LLC of Bethany is a locally owned and operated independent insurance agency providing coverage since 1996. They're licensed to operate in Missouri, Iowa, and Kansas, offering competitive rates with top carriers. They can insure a wide variety of risks, including home, farm, auto, boats, RVs, equipment, business owners, commercial buildings, bonds, and more. Located on the south side of the square in Bethany, stop by or give them a call at 660-425-7900. At Green Hills Insurance, if you need it insured, they've got you covered.
All right, CF Rainey back here at halftime. O'Neill's Home Furnishings and Floor Coverings halftime as we see the little cheerleaders getting ready to make their way off the field. And so as they're making their way off, big thanks again to all of our sponsors. We showed our first list. Also want to thank BTC Bank, Bethany Rotary Club, Bethany Building Center, United Country Real Estate, Nelson Real Estate and Auction Company, and Hidden Acres Cabins. We'll go ahead and come back here and show the screen as they're announcing our youth football teams who play at home tomorrow. So if you're a South Harrison fan that's up in the area, you can come out tomorrow morning. I believe they start in the morning. Not exactly sure of the time, but I think around 9 maybe, I heard earlier. But if you know one, you can check with a parent and should be a nice time to get out and play football in the morning before it gets hot tomorrow as we get all of the youth football players out there. Here in a moment, we'll also recognize our family sponsors and then give you some information about if you would like to become a family sponsor here of Bulldog Sports TV. And all that is $20 for the season. Just helps us with our costs associated with equipment, as well as like our mobile internet and all those things and travel. And we so appreciate everyone has been so generous. And we also have the youth cheerleaders making their way out. And so they've announced one team, and they'll get to a second. And so we appreciate all of our business sponsors, all of our family sponsors. We'll get that information up here in just a moment. And so Andrew Sweat and I were talking about the importance of this first drive for the South Harrison defense, and to come out and make sure they don't give up anything over the top and are able to get some pressure on the quarterback, especially when it's Josiah Mullins in there, as he is the pass-first quarterback for the Marceline Tigers. This game went down to double overtime last year, and while both teams lost a few guys, returned quite a few as well. South Harrison returns more, so it should be a game that is close in the second half. Neither team looked like they could were able to pull away, although South Harrison was able to put that drive together to score with just a little over 1 second left before halftime. And so we're continuing to introduce all of our future South Harrison cheerleaders and football players. Always a fun night out at South Harrison Field as you see some of these players. And I've had the opportunity to coach and see some of these younger players come through and make their way onto the varsity squad, and it's always a lot of fun to see these kids come out, get a chance to see the high school players play, and realize, hey, I want to do that. And as I look out, I see a couple of these kids that I remember seeing their dads play here at South Harrison as well, and so those are always great to see the legacy of South Harrison come through, not only with the youth coming up, but some of these former players able to come back. And so we appreciate all the effort that the parents and volunteer coaches put in with that to help try to build a program. And so let me talk just a moment about our family sponsors. And so let's get them up on the screen and recognize them: Brian and Mary Quinley, Randall and Barbara Axon, Daryl Quinley and Lois Cavanaugh, Grace Lawrence and Daniel Payne, Matt and Carrie Johnson, Thomas and Carlin Hudelmeyer, Jason and Vanessa Taggart, Pat and Candy Haffey, Jeff and Tiffany Botcher, Larry and Brenna Holmes, Eric and Kathy Sweat, Andrew's parents, Dave and Pat Barnett, Aaron and Danielle Fitzpatrick, Jack and Kelsey McCall, Andrew and Shyla Calloway, Cephas and Ingrid Panamogan, Brandon and Ollie Pulse, Chris and Courtney Schoening, Brian and Krista Corbett, Patrick and Melissa Miller, Michael and Jess Estes, Paul Barone, and then also Dick and Roberta Smith, Keith and Rhonda Deskins, Shirley McKinney, and we've added some new ones just recently: Eric and BG Coffee, Kel and Tori Watson, and Michael and Shelby Burrows. If you would like to be a family sponsor, here's that information. You can send us a message if you want to on Facebook if you have any questions. If you do Venmo, you can Venmo directly to us, $20 per school year. We've also had a few people like, look, I don't do the online stuff, but I'd still like to sponsor, and they've walked up, handed me $20. We've had some people mail us as well. And the other thing I want to mention, I did have a local business contact me. As you've watched our ads, we still have sponsorships available. We started with the full season package, but we do have some prorated packages. And so here's the information right now. If you'd like to reach potential customers, help promote South Harrison athletics, these are just in the last month what we've done on Facebook and YouTube. So on Facebook, I'm sure by now, because of this game, this was before the game, we're over 64,000 total views on all of our content on Facebook over the last month. We've had engagement of 4,200 people with all of our content, interactions with the community, 1,600 on Facebook, and we've added 200 new followers just in the last couple of weeks. Then our YouTube channel, if you're watching on YouTube, we've had 560 total views on YouTube. And the reason those are lower is because YouTube kind of does views differently. but we've had 137 hours of content watched on YouTube. So what that means is if you want to advertise, you're going to be able to reach a lot of eyes and people. We have very affordable advertising packages. If you'd like more information, my information's there on the screen. You can email me, cf.rainey@bulldogsportstv.com. Like I said, I had a local business reach out after last night's softball game. And big shout out to the softball team as they won in 10 innings over Gallatin. And that was kind of the top two teams in the GRC facing off, and it was a battle. If you didn't get a chance to watch it, go back on YouTube or Facebook and watch our live stream from last night. You can also catch any of our coaching interviews that we've done, as we've had those coaching interviews online as well. We've interviewed both Coach Chris Schoening, head varsity football coach, as well as Coach Aaron Fitzpatrick, softball coach. Have an interview with girls golf coach and athletic director Kel Watson on there as well. And we've talked to the South Harrison volleyball team, and we'd like to find some time to get with their coaches as well. Big thanks again to O'Neill's Home Furnishings and Floor Coverings for sponsoring our halftime show. We'll step away, be back for the opening kickoff after this commercial break.
United Country Nelson Real Estate is your trusted place to go when looking to buy or sell. Licensed in 3 states, our team of experienced agents is ready to help you find exactly what you're looking for. Whether it's a home in town, wide open farmland, hunting and recreational property, or that perfect piece of land to call your own. With United Country Nelson Real Estate, you get the best of both worlds. Personal hometown service backed by nationwide exposure. Find us online at nelsonsoldit.com, and remember, no one knows the country like we do.
All right, Andrew, we get ready for the second half kickoff, and Marceline will get the ball. But South Harrison took that 7-point lead there right before half.
Yes, sir. Big half. Looks like it's Cody Rogers and Baylor Stearns back there. And this kick is going to be out of bounds. Get this half started.
Kick soars out
It's
of
like
bounds.
Cornett didn't get all of it there.
Yeah, I mean, he popped it up, which I get. You're trying to get under. I'm sure he tried to probably want to keep it closer to the numbers there, and it got outside. But after the big kickoff return,
it's true.
There are worse things that can happen on a
Very
kickoff
true.
than the other team get it out on the 35.
Sometimes you just want to avoid that at all costs.
And so we'll see how Marceline starts.
Marceline will start their second half drive at
The
their
third
own
quarter here
35-yard line.
on offense. See if they go to the air. It looks like they got trips right here to start out with.
Yeah, 14-7. So it was all Marceline early, but South Harrison's really clawed their way back into this ball game, taking the lead. Let's see what the Tiger offense.
No, they'll mark it off, so it'll be a little from where it goes out of bounds. So it'll be out to the 38.
Well, that's where they're going to get this drive started.
South Harrison has no one back.
Yeah, they got trips on the far side for Marceline.
It's all
Josiah
single
Mullins.
coverage.
Going to be a toss out to the outside, but it bounced on the ground, and Cody Rogers caught it.
Yeah, that went forward. I think that's an incomplete
Cody
pass.
Did look like it was.
That ball did not go behind him or
Forward
sideways.
lateral, Pitch lane on the play.
Looks like.
Let's see. The officials aren't going
They're going to call
say
it
anything, and
in
they'll
play.
go 1st and 10.
That was good for a Tiger first down.
But,
yeah, it did look like it was a forward pass. I don't know if it's our angle, but
yeah,
I guess they saw it too. So
yeah, it definitely looked like it was ahead, but a fortuitous bounce nonetheless, and Marceline gets the first down.
Mullins in the gun. Trips on the near side. Throws it to Stearns. Incomplete.
Pass intended for number
The
8.
best
Baylor
pass
Stearns
there,
falls
but
incomplete.
yeah,
And
but second down and 10.
That's one of those, Andrew. South
Brings
Harrison.
up second down.
A touchdown last week by Putnam County was like that. Went through the hands of the initial receiver and almost that time got called by the second receiver, and for Putnam County last week, and that really started the momentum. It ended up being a touchdown there in the back of the end zone on the south end.
Some wild plays last week for sure. Yeah, second down and 10, 11:28 left in the third quarter. 22 is going to come in motion. That's Dane Phillips. Cody Rogers is throwing now, and I was thinking that was Mullins still back there. It's going to be incomplete. We did call that. You know, we were talking at halftime. possibly Cody Rogers might throw it.
Well, and you could tell he doesn't quite have the throwing motion.
Yeah.
That brings up third.
That the other quarterback has. And South Harrison caught a break that it was him throwing it because that pass was short. And, again, the receiver got behind the South Harrison defenders, which you just can't allow to happen.
There we go, a big third down. And they're going to pass the time. It's Mullins at quarterback. They get some pressure on him. He's taken off, but he's taken down. Down right.
Yeah, gain of about 3.
Yeah. The Bulldog 49. And it's fourth down.
Ethan Smith and number 56, Joe McCall.
Probably a punting situation. We'll see, though.
Short gain brings
yeah,
up
they're on the South
down.
Harrison side.
Yeah. And they're going to keep the offense back on the field.
Last time he did step back after they tried to draw South Harrison off.
Yeah. Might be trying to get him to jump off sides. Got to be ready for anything, though. And they're going to go for it here. Mullins throws it. It's going to be caught, but it's not enough.
Yeah.
South Harrison takes over.
Brought down immediately by Craig Coffey.
That's one of those.
Turnover on down. South Harrison takes over at their own.
I think, Andrew, they're trying to run the defenders off and run something underneath, and it was only a 1-yard pass, and really it ended up no gain, maybe a gain of about a half a yard. Nice job that time by Coffey to be in his assignment. And that's what Coach Schoening was talking to me about. He's like, look, we just need guys to do what they're supposed to do. Everyone do your assignment, and things work out well. Big turnover on downs for South Harrison.
So the Bulldogs take over on downs. Cornett is going to hand this one off to Mason Galloway, who has 2 touchdowns already today. And he's past the 40, down to the 30, out near the 20-yard line.
We'll mark him back, but boy, he was
out,
close to that sideline.
Another electric first down for big play Galloway.
Yeah, and those are some of the runs we saw that first week as clock stops as he goes out of bounds. 10:27 to go here in the third, but South Harrison, after that stop, maybe gains some momentum and an opportunity here to get the ball moving towards the end zone again.
And hand it off to Coffey up the middle. Coffey, an explosive runner. He's known for those bruising type runs, and that's a first down, South Harrison.
And another one, and so South Harrison moving the chains here on the ground.
Yeah, they definitely look much more comfortable in the start of the second half than they did the beginning of the game.
Yeah, and I think
a little more cooler,
right,
I guess.
that the running can be cumulative, and this big South Harrison offensive line, especially along that right side, able to get some nice pushes.
They're on the first down. 1st and 10, and a little reverse. Cale Taggart on the far side. Cale Taggart's got the speed. There's flags thrown.
Cale Taggart on the
It's probably coming back, but he's inside that 5-yard line.
Yeah, he's down, but that's definitely in the area of holding or a shot block. I mean, where it's going to be on the offense more than likely. We'll wait the call here from the referee.
Is going to be a hold.
On the Bulldogs.
Now, Andrew, the benefit here is that is a spot foul, and so it's not a complete drive killer against South Harrison because it was down the field. So it ends up being 1st and 13.
It's a 5-yard penalty.
Instead of 1st and 20, which really kills drives when you get those holds at the line of scrimmage.
True. So like you said, 1st down, 13. Coffey Galloway in the backfield. He's going to hand it off to Galloway. Decent pickup there. Makes it a little bit more manageable on 2nd down. So it moves past the 20.
Baylor Stearns.
Now, he got about 6 there.
Gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
We'll go ahead and call it 2nd and 8. 9.5 to go here, Andrew, in the third quarter. And South Harrison inside the red zone now.
Cornett hands it off to Galloway once again. And another pretty solid pickup. He's going to be just shy of that first down marker, but it's going to be 3rd down and about 1.
Yeah, so Galloway getting back kind of where we talked about after that first week, where he was making decisive cuts.
Yeah.
When he ran last week, Putnam County kind of forced him more to the outside, to the edges. And maybe Cray Coffee time here, Andrew.
Yeah, you got to think it. 3rd down and short. Brennan Hoover comes in motion, and Cornett's going to do a quarterback keeper on the left side, and they're going to drag him down. Yeah, I don't think he got it.
Jake Cornett on the quarterback keeper.
No gain, maybe. Well, looks like they're going to keep it there, so it's going to be a 4th and 1.
No gain on the play.
And a little surprised that they decided to go outside instead of giving it to Coffee, or maybe even a lead play to Galloway, where they've had Coffee out in front blocking.
Yep. Yeah, got to expect one of those two right here on 4th and short. And it is going to be Galloway. And he got it.
Galloway on the carry.
Needed down. One, actually about a half a yard, and ended up, I think, about 4 or 5 there.
So we're that much closer to the goal line.
So now we'll be inside the 10, so it'll be 1st and goal from around the 8. As I check the scoreboard. So South Harrison has 4 attempts here to get it in the end zone again to take a 2-score lead.
It's going to be a 1st down handoff to Coffee, and that's a touchdown, South Harrison. The Bulldogs take a 2-score lead.
Touchdown. Big play by South Harrison. Big drive on the answer. We talked about what is the second half going to look like. Marceline came out hot in the first half with their offense, with the throwing the ball in the air.
Yeah.
And we talked about, will South Harrison be able to get a stop? Marceline did move it a little. They were aided by the kickoff out of bounds.
Cornett puts it through, and South Harrison definitely the more physical team, at least early here in the second quarter. It's 21-7. Bulldogs on top.
Yeah, we'll go ahead, step away, hear from our sponsors. Be back for more after this.
United Country Nelson Real Estate is your trusted place to go when looking to buy or sell. Licensed in 3 states, our team of experienced agents is ready to help you find exactly what you're looking for. Whether it's a home in town, wide open farmland, hunting and recreational property, or that perfect piece of land to call your own. With United Country Nelson Real Estate, you get the best of both worlds. Personal hometown service backed by nationwide exposure. Find us online at nelsonsoldit.com, and remember, no one knows the country like we do.
All right, CF Rainey Andrew Sweat back here. South Harrison goes up now 21-7, 7:17 left in the third quarter. So Andrew, still plenty of time on the clock, but South Harrison's defense came up with the stop when they needed it, and then their offense able to just continue to move the chains. Right, they're a couple of chunks, but no just like big plays down the field, but it just wears on a defense, and now see if they can kick it and avoid any big plays and avoid the penalty as well here on the kickoff.
Yeah, I'd like to just see a nice clean kick, clean pursuit by these defenders. This one's going to be kicked out of bounds again.
Well,
I don't know if it's intentional or they're just avoiding
I would say they're at least trying to get it somewhere on that sideline.
Yeah.
Just because that one was almost, if anyone watched the Mizzou game on Saturday, Mizzou had a kid come out and attempt a field goal. I think it was actually an adult come out to attempt a field goal, and he just turned and kicked it right at the KU sideline. And
it's a little rivalry.
So that one was definitely headed out bounds. So they want to keep it on the edge. At least the good thing about that one is they'll have them re-kick, which is probably, honestly, if I'm on the Marceline sideline, probably what I would do as well.
Yeah. And you got Baylor Stearns over there. He's an electric return guy. Definitely Cody Rogers is good as well, but they're trying to kick it over there, it looks like.
And maybe if you're South Harrison, instead of trying the pooch, maybe just put it on the ground, see if you can't get one to go. But now, you're kicking back 5 yards. Or no, just re-kick, right?
Yeah, so Cornett on the re-kick, and they're going to have a chance. Looks like Marceline is going to recover. Looks like two Marceline guys kind of ran into each other. But
yeah, hopefully. Yeah, both of them able to get up, but two Marceline players trying to get that loose ball. Which if you're the Marceline coaching staff, right, you like the hustle that you don't leave the ball. So Marceline does gain, well, they gain about 9 yards there by not taking the penalty, which would have put the ball at the 35.
So a little bit of pressure on this Marceline offense. They haven't had much success since earlier in this game. Let's see what Josiah Mullins, this offense, can get going. They're going to hand off to Baylor Stearns, and he is wrapped up in the backfield, but Stearns breaks a tackle, and he's lost even more now. Gage Barclay takes him down at the 30.
With the drop.
I think that was Nick Mars on the initial.
I think so.
Nick
hit.
Mars with the initial hit.
And that was a huge play.
Brings up second
Good job by Mars. I mean, he didn't take him down, but it helped the Dogs' defense out even more.
Get this right. And the guys down run the scoreboard, helping us a little as I check it, and it looks like 2nd and 24. And honestly, it probably hurt Marceline. He didn't go down the initial hit. He lost another 3 or 4 yards there.
So let's see what Mullins can do. They're going to start throwing it down the field, and it's intercepted. Jet Cornett steals it away from Baylor Stearns. He gets down, and the Bulldogs take over.
Interception. South Harrison takes over.
And that's
at the Tiger 36-yard line.
You know, you get behind the chains a little, and South Harrison has obviously gotten more comfortable, Andrew, covering the pass here since that first drive, giving up the touchdown. And a big interception, not just, number one, Marceline came out with good field position after the re-kick, but then you lose 14, you're trying to make something happen, you give up the interception, and South Harrison, you feel momentum here, and if you're Marceline, you're just trying to see what you can do to stem the tide.
So South Harrison takes over, 6:20 left in the third quarter. It'll be a timeout of the Bulldogs.
South Harrison must not like something there on the call, and I don't know. I wasn't watching the play clock to see if there was anything play clock-wise, but we'll step away for 30 seconds. Be back after this message from one of our sponsors.
Our connections make powerful things happen, uniting individuals and communities. We are Rotary. We are people of action. With over 1 million members, we know what people can do when they come together. Around the world, generations of leaders build new friendships and help solve problems. Take action with us. The Bethany Rotary Club strives to make a difference in our community. Our projects help improve life to those both close to home and around the world. Come serve with us. Find out more at Rotary.org.
So big thank you to all of our sponsors once again, and we mentioned if you'd like to be a sponsor here on Bulldog Sports TV, you can send us a direct message on Facebook. Reach out to me, cf.rainey@bulldogsportstv.com. We'd love to get you involved with Bulldog Sports TV and promoting South Harrison athletics. Plus gives you an opportunity to reach out to, I was looking, Andrew, at our numbers all the way back to last spring when we kind of flirted with things. Over 75,000 total views on Facebook since last spring.
That's awesome. Oh, the Bulldogs take over, and Mason Galloway breaks free past that first down marker. And the Dogs' explosive offense.
Yeah, about a 12 or 13-yard gain there by Galloway. And again, seeing what we saw that first week from Galloway, South Harrison switched up a couple things offensively. They've kind of got that lead play that we didn't really see the first 2 weeks where you allow Big Cray Coffee to get out and get a helmet on someone and turn it. And Mason Galloway, again tonight, running with some purpose.
And that Marceline defense, they're getting tired. You can obviously see here. But Mason Galloway again breaks free. Just got his ankles there, was the Marceline defender.
Yeah, and those, Andrew, you mentioned when the defense starts to get tired, because look at that. We had a gain of 12, then a gain of 9.
Yeah.
There.
Chunk yards after chunk yards.
Yeah, and you see, and they've been doing it all game, but you see the defensive lineman taking a knee here. Waiting on South Harrison to break the huddle, excuse me. 5:20 to go in the third.
Cornett hands it off to Big Craig Coffee, and Coffee storms through. It's going to be stopped just shy. Looks like they're inside the 5-yard line, maybe at the 4 or so.
Yeah, I think you're right, Andrew. I think marked down at the 4. So first and goal, South Harrison, the 4. And, boy, South Harrison's really come out this half. Get the big stop. Get it back. Pound it, pound it, pound it. Drive the ball down the field.
Yeah.
Get the turnover. That score before half was so huge with 1.9, just over a second left to give South Harrison this momentum.
I don't want to get too fancy or anything here. Just keep on doing what you're doing, and looks like they're going to do that. Mason Galloway, and he's going to be taken down.
Yeah, he attempted.
Short gain brings up second down.
Oh, we'll give him 1 maybe, but he attempted. Oh no, we'll give him 2 there, as now we can see clearly the ball marked down at the 2, and so. You're right. It wouldn't surprise me if we see big number 49 here.
Yeah.
As last time he was able to walk in, kind of holding off some Marceline tacklers on his way into the end zone for South Harrison.
Second down and goal. And it will be number 49. Craig Coffee is in. And the Bulldogs extend their lead here in the third quarter.
Craig Coffey again. He's just, especially in those short yardage situations. And Andrew, you'll probably remember better than I, but was it Craig on the 2-point conversion to win it in double overtime?
It was indeed.
That's what I thought from 3 yards out. And he was able to break tackles and make some plays there. Nice block from the line.
Yeah, Cornett, automatic puts it through, and that is 28-7. South Harrison is taking charge of this ball game here in the third.
South Harrison Bulldogs 28.
Yeah, and so South Harrison 27, 3:59 left in the third. We'll step away, be back after this commercial break.
Show your school spirit with a BTC Bank mascot debit card. For each swipe of your mascot debit card, BTC Bank donates 7.5 cents to the school represented on your card. It's a simple step you can take to have a big impact on your community at no cost to you. Stop by a branch today to get your mascot debit card and start making a difference immediately. Visit btcbank.bank to learn more. Member FDIC.
Okay, CF Rainey Andrew Sweat back as South Harrison has raced ahead here in this third quarter, Andrew.
Yeah.
To take a 28-7 lead.
Yeah, this offense has been electric. Marceline offense can't get anything going against the South Harrison defense.
See what South Harrison does here. They've kicked it out of bounds a few times, and then just a ball on the ground last time. See what South Harrison coaching staff asked Jet Cornett to do with it here. Is the coach Chris Schoening, head football coach, there on the line along with assistant coach Billy Wentz, another former Bulldog, and it looks like an onside kick here.
And they're going to kicking it deep, and it's going to be near the sideline, but Cody Rogers is going to keep it and take off and break some tackles there. So he's finally twisted around. Pretty good coverage there for the Dogs.
Yeah, he's a tough runner. I mean, he breaks tackles and everything else. And so
Marceline will start their drive at their own 31-yard line.
Andrew, I don't think you can completely, if you're Marceline, abandon the run, because Rogers has had the ability to at least get a few. And if you're South Harrison, if you think they're throwing it, they'll split out 2 to the right. Those front 4 can kind of pin their ears back a little.
Yeah. You got to expect some heavy passing here from Marceline, though. Mullins has got an arm, and he's going to roll out, but he's got some pressure as he finally gets rid of it. Baylor Stearns, he's taken down. Is that Nick Mars? Couldn't quite see.
Down by number 53,
yeah.
Nick Mars.
That's the second time Nick Mars
That'll be a loss on the play.
made a play for.
Second down.
He didn't end up making the tackle the last time, but he's
Yeah.
the one that made the play that set up Gage Barclay to make it, and a loss of 4 brings up
You got a good
second
assist.
and 14. Yeah, and that's it, right? Those front 4, you've got to get penetration. You've got to be playing on the other side of the line of scrimmage, and South Harrison started doing that a little more here after the first quarter with 3:10 to go. In the
Second
third.
down and 14 trips here on the near side for the Tigers. Mullins launches it deep to number 2 as he connects past midfield down to the 35-yard line, and that is Carter Wallace. We've called his name a couple times.
Carter Wallace brought down by Craig Coffey. That'll be good for a Tiger first
Yeah,
down.
and South Harrison had 2 guys in pursuit with Craig Coffey and Kel Taggart as South Harrison runs someone on late.
And hurry up offense. Quick out route is incomplete.
And I'm not even sure how you get that off. The chains weren't even set on that one.
As they blew the whistle, so
I'm not sure how the officials let that one get snapped as you didn't have chains set. But works for South
out,
Harrison, yeah, as it's 2nd and 10.
It would have been interesting if they got down near the first down there, what you'd do to hit that. But here on 2nd down and 10, Mullins is going to hand it off around the outside to Baylor Stearns. He's got pretty good blocking up front. There's going to be a flag, though.
Yeah,
it's probably going to come back.
There was a hole. There's a nice gain for about 10, but we'll go ahead and come back as that one will come back. And again, Andrew, I've mentioned it before. High school still has the rule where it is a spot foul compared to college and NFL where a hold like that would just be from the line of scrimmage 10 yards. And so high school, these can be damaging because what is that, 2 or 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage? And they're talking to Captain Joel McCall, and there's really not much to think. Well, I guess they'll mark it off from a yard behind. So it ended up being an 11-yard penalty here on Marceline on the hold. Or no, is it? Yeah, there we go.
Holding.
So 2nd down and long.
So
10-yard penalty remains.
I guess we'll.
2nd down.
I don't know. The mark off there was a little different, but
It's 2nd down and 20, we'll call it. So Mullins fakes the handoff. Well, play action. He's looking to run here. We haven't seen him wheels that much, but he's taken out of bounds on the 40.
Able to get maybe, what, about 4 there.
Yep. Be 3rd down and 16.
Mullins with the quarterback keeper.
You got to think pass. It's really the only success we've seen Marceline tonight.
Oh, you got a little less than I thought. We'll go ahead and call that 3rd and 18. I thought they'd marked him a little closer. So 2 downs to get if you're Marceline, but South Harrison needs to make sure to step up defensively. They got no one deep, though.
Pass it out to Cody Rogers on the wide receiver screen. Rogers finally taken down by Trevor Henry. It's going to be short of the 1st down marker, but it'll be an obvious 4th down situation. They're going to go for it here.
Yeah, and he's a tough runner. It'll be 4th and 4 here with a minute 57 to go and the clock ticking here in the 3rd quarter. South Harrison with that 28-7 lead. And a huge 4th down play here for Marceline as they're trying to find a way to get back into this ball game, Andrew.
Yeah, you need answers if you're Marceline. Mullins from the gun. Rogers comes in motion. He's going to do that same play to the outside. Rogers avoids a few tackles, but he's going to be well shy of that 1st down marker, and South Harrison gets the stop.
Yeah, gain of maybe one, and South Harrison did a great job that time, Andrew, of flowing to the football. They had a number of guys there, and as a former linebacker, right, you've got to get to the football, and Coach Schoening talked about that this week when I was interviewing him, that look, we've got to get to the football, we've got to gang tackle and get out there, and South Harrison does it and forces the turnover on downs.
Yeah, good awareness there by the South Harrison defense, knowing who has the ball and where to go, but it is first down and 10. He's going to hand it off. Didn't quite see, is that Galloway?
Yeah, not as much there. Maybe
a couple.
2 or 3. We'll call it 3.
Hand off to Mason Galloway.
So,
short gain.
Minute 10 left.
Yeah, so South Harrison,
quarter.
The ability,
brings up
if they work this clock down, which I assume they will, depending on the length of the play, to make it really close to being able to head in to the fourth quarter after this snap.
And Cornett looking to throw here on second down and 10, and he's going to launch it deep, looking for Cale Taggart, overthrows him, incomplete.
That's intended for number 6, Cale Taggart.
Yeah, that one
falls incomplete.
That one caught me by surprise.
Yeah, I don't really expect the pass in this situation, but
with the opportunity to maybe run the clock out here in the quarter, the South Harrison decides to throw it.
Yeah, at this point you want to expend as much time as possible.
Yeah,
when you have this large of a lead. But, maybe you're catching.
And I think that was it, right? You're trying to find him asleep a little bit.
A couple new guys out there. Pittensbarger at receiver.
Big run that time by Coffee. He gets out in open field all the way into Marceline territory, Andrew.
Yeah, Craig Coffee broke free on that one. And again, they're in Marceline territory.
And here's the thing, South Harrison does not have to snap it. Well, now they, I guess, out of bounds. Well, I don't know why they started that play clock before the game clock, but they did, the officials. So South Harrison will have to snap it one more time here before we get to the fourth quarter with 12 seconds on the clock.
Cornett will hand it off to Craig Coffee. And Coffee, a strong run.
Hand off up the middle to Craig Coffee.
And that's, well, there's a
another first down.
Left.
That'll be good for a Bulldog.
So about a gain of 11 there, and that's the end of the quarter, Andrew.
Yeah, that'll be it. 28-7. Impressive third quarter by the Bulldogs. 2 touchdowns, hold Marceline to none, and sitting pretty comfortable here entering the fourth.
Yeah, South Harrison with the lead. We'll be back for the final quarter after this commercial break.
Have friends or family coming to Bethany? Give them a home away from home at Hidden Acres Cabin Rentals. In the rolling hills of Bethany, our cozy cabins start at $140 a night and include everything guests need to relax. Private space, modern amenities, and a peaceful country setting. Book a cabin today at hiddenacrescabinrentals.com or call 660-373-9927. Hidden Acres Cabins. Comfort for your guests, just minutes from you. Craving authentic Mexican flavor? Come to El Nopal in Bethany, where every bite tastes like home. From sizzling fajitas and street-style tacos to refreshing margaritas, El Nopal brings the true taste of Mexico right to your table. And now we can bring the fiesta to you. Book the El Nopal food truck for birthdays, weddings, or any special event. Let us serve up tradition on wheels. El Nopal authentic Mexican food made with love.
All right, Andrew. Starting the fourth quarter, South Harrison with the 28-7 lead and a chance to add on to that here after that 11-yard run by Craig Coffee.
Yeah, just another explosive drive. This Marceline defense, they're obviously beat. Looks like they're just ready for this game to be over, but South Harrison still has a chance to put more points on the board as Cornett takes the ball. He's going to hand it off. Galloway tries to spin out of that one, and he's finally taken down. Gets maybe one or two.
Yeah, and that was
yeah, there's a flag, though.
Out there for Marceline. It was, once again, Cody Rogers making a play, and that'll be a hold versus South Harrison.
On the Bulldogs.
So it'll stay first down. We'll see where they mark it from. Looks like the line of scrimmage. So it should be 1st and 20.
It's a 10-yard penalty,
but it's not. It's 1st and
remains.
I got there 18.
About 18.
If my math is right. So that time Rogers was able to beat Galloway to the edge and turn it back in, make a nice stop.
So on 1st and long, going to be a pitch out to Mason Galloway, and he has some moves as he's down. Looks like at the 10.
That should be another first down, I think.
Yeah, he's
definitely
definitely a first down. It'll be 1st and goal in the red zone.
And so is he. I'm trying to see, is he. So it is just inside the 10. I was trying to see if it was just outside or inside, and so it'll be 1st and goal from just about exactly the 10-yard line. South Harrison trying to make sure they got the right calls. Everyone checks the wristbands and looks to the sideline, but only 5 seconds left on that play clock.
You got to get a snap off here. And looks like might have got away with it there, but they hand it off to Coffey. Plunges forward, and he's down at the 5.
Yeah, he's
maybe
a little about the
on the play,
4, yeah.
2nd down.
And that was Coffey just getting in behind the line and just pushing forward. Boy, South Harrison barely got the play off, and as well, Andrew, almost missed the handoff because they were kind of rushing.
Yeah.
And so those are places maybe you know, if you're not sure, take the timeout so you get the right play, because you'd like to try to stick it in the end zone here and put this one away if you could.
Yeah. Clock keeps ticking. 10:20 left in the 4th. South Harrison is running away with it as Cornett is going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off. Mason Galloway, but he is taken down.
Hand off to Mason Galloway.
Maybe gets a yard or 2.
Short gain on the play.
Looks like it'll be about the 3. So let's say he got 1. Looks like it's marked on the 3 on the far side there, Andrew.
Yeah, that'll be 3rd and goal on the 3.
And that play, South Harrison just didn't get the edge blocked out there. Galloway is trying to run through tackles, but 2 Tiger defenders to stop him.
There we go on 3rd down. Cornett takes the snap, hands it off up the middle. Coffey's in. South Harrison extends their lead. It is now 34-7 in this blowout.
Craig Coffey on the carry.
Just another time, you know, Craig Coffey gets those tough yards in there.
Yeah, he's had 3 touchdowns in a row, all in the second half.
Cornett will be on for the extra point here.
And Cornett puts it through, and that's 35 consecutive points for the South Harrison offense. After starting down 7-0, it's 35-7, and the Bulldogs are getting away with this one.
All right, we'll step away, be back for the kickoff after that score, after this commercial message.
For 125 years, Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri has proudly served as your locally owned community bank. From convenient online banking and our easy-to-use mobile app, we're here to meet all of your financial needs. With 10 locations across northern Missouri and southern Iowa, you'll always find trusted service close to home. Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri, locally owned, locally trusted, banking Bethany can count on. Learn more at onlinefarmersbank.com. Member FDIC.
All right, CF Rainey Andrew Sweat back here. South Harrison trailed 7-0, and they've scored 35 unanswered, Andrew. And this offense, and the one thing we don't talk about, and we'll talk about in the postgame a little, I'm sure, is the offensive line. You can't score like this and do what they have without that offensive line blocking, and those guys up front have done a good job.
Yeah, especially when, like South Harrison, you're primarily a run-first team. Run blocking is extremely important, and, we've seen Galloway block for Coffey. We've seen Coffey block for Galloway. That's how you have a successful 1-2 punch, just not being a selfish team. These guys aren't always fighting over who gets to touch the ball and who doesn't. It's a team effort, and that's why they're up 35-7. As it's going to be kicked out of bounds once again.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what see if looks like Marceline's going to make them re-kick it again. Boy, South Harrison just going to have to figure out something on the kickoff.
Yeah. Tickets available. Now is the time to look at them because I have the winning ticket in my hand. Winning numbers 5, 3, 3, 7, 6, 2, 7.
So they'll tee it up again. They'll take it back 5 yards.
3, 7,
so Marceline, I mean, nine and a half to go. I mean, they're down 35-7. That's a big deficit, but they should have good field position here, Andrew.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, just trying to do everything you can to at least put up another score. You don't want to be shut out. And there's a line drive caught by number 5.
Yeah.
As he's going to go down by Henry and Galloway, it looks like. Excuse me, Hoover.
5, Owen Thomas brought down.
Yeah, that's Owen Thomas, a sophomore, and I don't think he was expecting to catch it.
Oh, no.
Hey, he did a good job, though. He
oh, yeah.
put his head down, got upfield, and can go home and tell his family, hey, did you see me return that kick?
Yeah. Put it on the huddle reel.
So 9:27 to go, and if you're South Harrison, the big thing if you're South Harrison, you don't want to give up the quick score.
Yeah.
Right? If Marceline scores, you've got to make them go the distance here, but they'll come out and 3 receivers.
And again, you got to think pass as Mullins from the shotgun. He's going to hand it off number 22. That is Dane Phillips,
number 22,
the sophomore.
Dane Phillips on the carry.
It's maybe
short gain
2.
On the play.
Gain of a couple there, so 2nd and 8. Again, appreciate everyone watching on both Facebook and YouTube. Remember, you can watch this on YouTube. It allows you, if you have a smart TV, to watch it on the big screen. But either way, we appreciate everyone tuning in.
As a man come in motion, he's going to toss it to number 2, Carter Wallace. Good pursuit by the Bulldog defense as they take him down.
Carter Wallace.
Case Morgan, Trevor Henry in there on the tackle, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Yeah, we'll give him a couple there. So South Harrison's done a nice job of keeping everything in front of them as well as keeping that clock running. That's also big as we're 8.5 minutes to go in the game with South Harrison with that 35-7 lead. See if Marceline puts the ball in the air here. They'll go twins to the left and a single receiver down to the right and a tight end to the right as well. Actually, 2 wings to either side.
Mullins is chased down. Ruger Johnson back there, and he's going to toss it. Ruger almost got a pick there.
Yeah, the big fella almost had it.
Barclay got in his face, made him force the pass.
Yeah, nice.
Ruger saw his life flash before his eyes.
Nice job by Gage Barclay. I mean, ultimately, that could be grounding.
Yeah.
There's no call on grounding, but there's no receiver. He didn't get the ball back to the line of scrimmage. But they'll go ahead and bring it back on 4th down.
Yeah, Ruger, he's going to.
So Marceline catches a little bit of break. They don't lose all that field position, but they'll get back in pump formation with number 4 back there.
And McClauson.
Big punt.
That was a good punt, and QB1 Jet Cornett's going to take it, and he's taken down by his jersey there.
Return by number 7, Jet Cornett.
South Harrison, I think, wanted a horse collar.
Yeah. Carlson with the kick.
Schoening wants one as well, but no flag, and South Harrison takes over with 7:52 remaining in this ball game.
And it becomes one of those, anytime you're pulled down by the back placard of your jersey is usually when you get that. And official talking to Coach Chris Schoening. trying to explain why that wasn't the call. But South Harrison gets the stop. They get the ball, 7:52 to go here in the ball game. And I assume we won't see the ball in the air again from the South Harrison Bulldogs.
We assume. We're not. You never know. But mostly just chew that clock, run it out, and get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, and that's the big thing. You want that clock to go.
Yeah, Coffee storms forward. Really solid pickup. It's about an 8.
Yeah, nice gain
Right
on first down.
Carter Wallace, good gain, brings up second down.
And here, and again, this is, Jet Cornett, you're learning, but make sure you're looking at that play clock and using as much of that as possible, because the fewer plays you have, the better.
Still seeing most of the starters out here. But Cornett will hand it off to Galloway, and he's taken down by his ankles, but he gets the first down, and he's down right at the 50.
Yeah,
Right down.
right at midfield, and so South Harrison can take another 30 seconds or so off the clock. As right in front of our spot here in the press box, get a chance to see that South Harrison offensive line and the push they've been getting since that first drive where they stalled out.
A really good effort and showing by that O-line tonight. And he'll hand it off to Case Morgan, who storms forward, and he's going to get about 7 there on that first down carry.
Right down by number 2,
maybe
Carter
8.
Wallace.
Yeah.
Brings up second down.
And that's one of those, Case Morgan sophomore, we talked about it at Marceline. He came in there late. He runs hard, and he's a kid, I know for being around the school and seeing him, he's a kid that's put a lot of work in the weight room to add strength. I'm sure you probably see him at the gym and stuff in the summer. And fresh legs also help, right? A guy that hasn't run all game coming in with those fresh legs and a nice hard run for 7.
Absolutely. So second down here on Marceline territory. He's going to hand it off to Galloway, but nothing going there. Couldn't quite get a good block on the edge.
Galloway. Right down by number 71, Jaden.
Lose a couple there, Andrew, and
brings up third down.
3rd and 5, but one of those situations. You're South Harrison, the clock's your friend, and 5.5 to go, and they can take another 20 seconds or so off before they snap it. And then, a play should take another 7 or 8. They'll definitely get this under 5 before they have to make a decision if there's a 4th down call.
Now we'll see what they put together here. Morgan and Galloway in the backfield. He will hand it off to Morgan. He gets taken down. They got a little. Doesn't quite get there. He did get there. First down.
So he's one of those kids, and we talked about it, right? He's added strength. He's not a tall kid, right? He's not a big back as far as his size. He's got some meat on his bones, but not real tall. And I think that time it helped him because he kind of just made himself small and ducked right through the line and was able to get that big first down and keep this clock moving now. 4:45 here in the ball game.
That low center of gravity can help you. Coming from a fellow short guy. Here we go on first down. Eckerson comes in motion. He's going to do a little toss to Galloway, but there's nothing going there.
Toss to Mason Galloway.
Number 4, Zane McCausland.
Zane McCausland. Loss on the play, brings up second down.
Nice play by McCausland, playing out on that edge. Loss of 4, and that's just one of those. I don't know if South Harrison missed him or he got around the block, but that's one of those as a running back. And, Andrew, I know you've probably been there as a running back. You come to make the play, and the guy's right there in front of you, and there's not a lot you can do.
Yeah, not much you can do at that moment. I mean, late in the game, it's you can usually prevent that early in the game. You kind of get a little lazy once you feel the victory right there, but still got to make those blocks. As he's going to hand it off on second down. Good pickup by Galloway.
Handoff to Mason
As
Galloway.
he's down at the 30.
Good gain on the play. Brings up third down.
So he gets 10 there. So after the loss, Mason Galloway is able to get 10 and bring up a third and manageable here from the 30-yard line, and we're at 3:20 on the clock, Andrew. And again, South Harrison can take another probably 15, 17 seconds off before the play clock gets close.
And right now, you're up 35-7. You don't need a score. But, looking at the final score, 42-7, looks a little bit better than 35-7,
It does, and with everything going, I know Putnam got a late touchdown versus South Harrison last week.
Yeah. Just when other GRC teams look at that score, looks a little more scary from their point of view. But
second effort there by Galloway, but we got a flag back here as South Harrison. I think it's going to be called on their line out here on the left side, and they threw the flag well behind the line of scrimmage. The official throws it out there. We'll check the flag. It'll be, actually, illegal block to the back. Was that the signal, Andrew? It looked like.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay. We've had
or illegal use of hands or illegal block to the back against the Tigers.
If you're missing a cross shoulder strap bag, they are in the press box.
So that'll give South Harrison the first down. As again, it looks like illegal block to the back. So,
yep.
Well, it happens, and it's a big first down for South Harrison. As they don't have to think about it now, what they do on fourth down, and I think that was going to be a fourth and very short. And the clock will start. If you're South Harrison, I'm sure their coach is telling them stay in the huddle. Not sure why there they go. They wound the clock. So South Harrison, it's 2.5 to go on the game clock, 18 seconds on the play clock. So again, they can get this down close to 2 minutes before they have to snap it. And honestly here, maybe they're just going to call a timeout.
Yeah, it looks like, doesn't look
Let
like
this run down, call a timeout, and and South Harrison does get the timeout. And so they'll try to maybe, my assumption is maybe you call that timeout. Looks like they've got their second string offense getting ready to come in.
Yep.
And so they're trying to get that figured out. And so timeout by South Harrison. We'll take one with them. Be back for more after this commercial break.
For 125 years, Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri has proudly served as your locally owned community bank. From convenient online banking and our easy-to-use mobile app, we're here to meet all of your financial needs. With 10 locations across northern Missouri and southern Iowa, you'll always find trusted service close to home. Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri, locally owned, locally trusted, banking Bethany can count on. Learn more at onlinefarmersbank.com. Member FDIC.
Okay, so South Harrison has their backups in now. Looks like, can't tell, Marceline. Looks like they still got their starting D out there.
Yeah, so it's going to be a direct snap.
Yeah, I think that was Case Morgan.
Yeah, that was Case Morgan.
With the carry up the middle.
He had a nice carry on that.
Gain on the play. Brings up second down.
About 7 on that play there, Andrew.
Yeah, really solid pickup.
So he's had three nice runs, I think, here as we're under 2 minutes to go. And South Harrison, again, as you can see on the scoreboard on the screen, with that 35-7 lead.
Under 2 minutes left to go. And direct snap again to Case Morgan. Another solid pickup as he gets the first down and moves. Looks maybe on the 4.
For a Bulldog.
And that'll be first and goal now from the 4. So picks up about 6 there. And Case Morgan coming in with those fresh legs and showing he can get the tough yards in between the tackles.
See if the Bulldogs put up a score as we are down to 1:15 left in the ball game. See if the JV squad can put something together. There's a direct snap to...
I think they lost maybe a yard on that one.
Didn't quite see who that
the
was.
number there.
Got green shoes on, I know that.
Number 40 something.
Cade Whitmire, looks like.
Oh, Whitmire, who's I think a freshman running back. And he's a kid I've watched. I wasn't able to make the JV game as we were at the softball game, but in junior high that did really well.
So Morgan gets it this time as he hurdles forward, and he is in. Touchdown, South Harrison. And the Bulldogs put up 41 unanswered to end this ball game as we still have 29 seconds remaining. But what essentially 3 quarters of South Harrison. You know, he kind of lost that first quarter, but ever since then it's just been absolute dominance by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and that's one of those, with South Harrison, 29 seconds to go, but you've got your backups in there, and just nice play by that second string line as well as Case Morgan.
The backup kicker, Leon Jinks, is going to attempt an extra point as he nails that.
Boy, that was boom through there by Leon Jinks.
Got a few kickers on the upcoming here. Well, I guess he's a junior, so.
Yeah, so nice kick by Jinks. We'll step away, be back for the final 30 seconds after this commercial break.
At Pettyjohn Auto Center, we put customers first, making car buying easy and stress-free with honest pricing and no hidden fees. Choose from 9 trusted brands of new cars: Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, plus more than 250 quality pre-owned vehicles. Our service department is here to keep you on the road with confidence. Visit any of our 3 locations in Bethany, Albany, and Trenton, or browse our inventory anytime at pettyjohnauto.com.
Harrison County Community Hospital, your trusted hometown healthcare provider. We're here for you with a 24-hour emergency department, inpatient and outpatient care, and a full range of health services. Our primary care clinics in Bethany and Eagleville are here to meet your everyday health needs. And we're growing with you. Soon we'll open our brand new state-of-the-art hospital built to serve our community with even greater care right here at home. Our mission is simple: exceptional care for every patient, every day. Learn more at hcchospital.org.
All right, CF Rainey back here with Andrew Sweat as we await the kickoff here. Let me get my points right after the extra point and reset our downs.
And Jinks, who just nailed the extra point, is going to kick this one. And be touched by a Marceline returner, Baylor Stearns. He's making some moves out there, but it ain't going to get much. He's down.
Oh, South Harrison able to
27 or so.
Baylor Stearns on the return.
South Harrison able to stop that. 18.4. See what Marceline does here, if they just kneel it out or decide to run it out. South Harrison again with their
clock just keeps on
junior
ticking,
varsity
and
defense out here as well.
And that'll be the end of the game.
That'll take us to the end of the game.
The South Harrison Bulldogs show up in at least 3 quarters tonight. I mean, 42-7, just an absolute dominant performance on offense and defense. He couldn't ask for a better game.
Nice job by South Harrison. 42 unanswered. We'll step away, hear from our sponsors, be back for the Green Hills Insurance postgame show after these commercial breaks.
Make every room your favorite room with O'Neill's Home Furnishings in Bethany. From lazy boy recliners and stylish sectionals to bedroom sets and dining tables built to last, we bring comfort and style together. Plus, enjoy free delivery, setup, and takeaway within 60 miles. Financing is available, subject to credit approval. Visit o'neillshomefurnishings.com or call 660-425-7200. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 6. O'Neill's, where great style meets everyday living.
Bethany Building Center is your locally owned source for quality building supplies, lumber, hardware, plumbing, and electrical needs. Whether you're starting new construction, tackling a remodel, or putting up a pole barn or shed, our team is here to help. We're proud to carry a full line of steel power equipment, including trimmers, chainsaws, and pressure washers, as well as trusted power tools from top brands like Milwaukee and DeWalt. Bethany Building Center, everything for the builder and the do-it-yourselfer.
Hi, this is Rhonda from Little Clara's Garden. Bulldog fans, nothing says victory like the beauty of fresh flowers. Little Clara's Garden is your hometown flower shop, proudly supporting the South Harrison Bulldogs. From game day spirit bouquets, balloons, and gifts for every occasion, we've got the perfect gift to brighten your day. Stop by Little Clara's Garden, where every arrangement is made with love, just like our Bulldogs play with heart. Little Clara's Garden, growing community, one bouquet at a time.
Green Hills Insurance, LLC of Bethany is a locally owned and operated independent insurance agency providing coverage since 1996. They're licensed to operate in Missouri, Iowa, and Kansas, offering competitive rates with top carriers. They can insure a wide variety of risks, including home, farm, auto, boats, RVs, equipment, business owners, commercial buildings, bonds, and more. Located on the south side of the square in Bethany, stop by or give them a call at 660-425-7900. At Green Hills Insurance, if you need it insured, they've got you covered.
All right, CF Rainey and Andrew Sweat in here on the Green Hills Insurance postgame show. And so, Andrew, we came out, South Harrison come on off a tough loss to Putnam County, and didn't know how they would react here. Senior-laden team, so you knew you had some guys, but you also had an injury to Bryson Quinley, one of your guys who you expected to play a lot this year. But it becomes one of those, South Harrison moves the ball, gets stopped, Marceline gets it, and Marceline goes for the juggler, right? They go deep, get the big play, 7-0, and we're a little shell-shocked, maybe up here in the booth, but they weren't on the sideline for South Harrison, and they came back and responded and ended up scoring 42 unanswered. The late one there by the junior varsity team, Case Morgan runs it in, but it was 35 unanswered by the varsity squad, and there's just really no question. Once they started to score, and they score the huge momentum score right before the half, a second to go. As Marceline doing some push-ups out here after the game before they get on the long bus ride. But that late score, good time management by the South Harrison coaching staff. The late score gets momentum. They get the stop coming out of halftime off the kick, and then they're just able to put it away on the ground.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better play from this Bulldog team. Obviously, I mean, looking at everybody who scored tonight, Mason Galloway touchdown, then Craig Coffey punches out 3 in a row, Case Morgan. But this is a team effort. You know, we talk about these individual players. We wanted to mention the O-line. They played really good tonight. They played good all season long. Experienced coaching staff, and this defense was really impressive. They put a lot of pressure on Mullins tonight, the quarterback for Marceline, and really just a good win, home win. You know, like I said, you don't want to go 0-2 at home. As you know, we got to travel to Scotland County next week, but you know, we rung the bell. South Harrison tradition is, I don't know if that started my year or maybe it was longer, but just a really good night for South Harrison fans.
Well, and I think, Andrew, they threw the ball a little bit, and Jet Conrad had some scrambles, but they got back to that bread and butter. They switched up some running plays. It was Craig Coffey. It was Mason Galloway on the ground. Started to find some holes, started to find some gaps. And really, I want to mention that offensive line. You got Tegan Alexander at center. You've got Ruger Johnson, Joel McCall, Nick Mars, Ethan Smith. Those guys on the offensive line. You also have Gage Barclay plays some tight end out there. So you can't score and run like that unless your offensive line is blocking. And I was actually talking to Barb Meadows, who just mentioned she was watching here the other day about her son playing on the line, and I was telling her, you know, my son Bo played on the line as well, and the fact that those guys a lot of times don't get mentioned, but you can't run like South Harrison does and score like South Harrison did without those 5-6 guys up front making a hole and getting a push to be able to get there and get in the end zone.
Yeah, really just smart, fundamental football at the end of the day. Well-coached team, and excited to see what's in store for next week. I don't know how Scotland County did tonight, but you mentioned they were 2-0, so I assume it's not going to be a super easy game, but we got to come prepared, and it feels good to have a win.
And so Andrew will be with me next Friday from Scotland County. I do want to mention next week I will also be at softball on Monday as South Harrison hosts Plattsburgh. And then on Thursday, South Harrison hosts Maysville. So a lot of home games for South Harrison. I was at the big 10-inning walk-off home run by Ambry Hunter, 2-run shot as Bailey Barnett, the sophomore, got a hit to the gap in the bottom of the 10th, and she hit the gas and got to second in scoring position. And then Ambry Hunter comes up. She moved over on a pass ball, and then Ambry Hunter comes up, puts it over the left center field wall for a walk-off home run. And so softball doing great, football back on track tonight. Volleyball squad continues to go as well. And so want to mention our sponsors, O'Neill's Home Furnishings and Floor Coverings, Harrison County Community Hospital, Petty John Auto Center, Bethany Fuel Depot, Green Hills Insurance, El Nepal, Authentic Mexican Food, Little Claire's Garden, Farmers Bank, as well as BTC Bank, Bethany Rotary Club, Bethany Building Center, United Country Real Estate, Nelson Real Estate and Auction Company, Hidden Acres Cabins. And then our family sponsors, we'll go ahead and flash them up onto the screen. And a big thanks to all of these people who have invested into Bulldog Sports TV to allow us to go. We'll go ahead and switch the slide there on our next group of family sponsors. If you'd like to be a family sponsor, it's $20 for the year. Helps us with our expenses, with equipment, with our mobile internet and travel and everything that we do. And so we so appreciate all of these people who have given to our family sponsorship. And like I said, we added 3 just after the softball game last night, and keep having people come up and ask me about it. If you'd like to be a family sponsor, there is the Venmo information. You can also send us a message on Facebook or email me at cf.rainey@bulldogsportstv.com. There's all that we've reached so far. Those numbers have grown tonight. You guys have been great watching and supporting and sharing. Make sure to check out our coaches' interviews, Andrew and I on Sports Central that we do midweek as well. If you're a business that would like to get on board and advertise, again, reach out via email or send us a direct message. And so we'll come back here real quick here with our post-game show. And so, Andrew, I appreciate you being with me again. Great night of football. The fans, everyone's out on the field.
Looks like we had a homecoming proposal. They don't have it anymore. About a minute ago.
A little homecoming
Great
proposal.
coffee, I think.
There we go.
It's better to do that after a win.
It is much better. That feels much better after a win. And so appreciate Green Hills Insurance, all of our sponsors here on the Green Hills Insurance postgame show. So for Andrew Sweat, this is CF Rainey Bulldog Sports TV saying good night, and we will see you on Monday at the softball game.